is Happy New Year. What episode is it, Dilly? You got to get it
65.
close. 66.
Good job.
Good job,
It's all
Dilly.
good. You know.
Well,
We're doing
it's a
good.
different year, but not a different Dilly, so that's good.
Well,
At least.
This
yep.
is true.
Good. Same Dilly.
Same Dilly.
Same
You know
Dilly.
what to
The
come
same
for. It's the same Dilly every
trademarked.
week.
Patented.
Hope
patent
everybody's
pending.
Christmas
Yep.
was awesome.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that. We'll probably talk about that first after the drink. Hear about what we got, maybe.
Yeah.
Because as we get older, really don't give a fuck as much about what we get, or want to get at least. You know what I mean? It's just like
Right.
getting things is pretty cool because,
Oh, for the gifts for Christmas?
right.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, getting things for free is sick.
Oh, yeah,
it's
it's pretty cool.
pretty
yeah.
dope.
So, yeah, and we're going to go a little easy on the drink. Not saying it's the easiest last episode, but we went hard last night, so we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Hope everybody had a safe New Year's. Ours was safe, but, whew, man, a little bit reckless. You know what I mean?
It's a little rough.
Yep.
It's a little rough.
It was a good time, though. Lots of food, lots of football that we'll talk about.
Yep.
But lots of good times. So, yeah, I think we'll just dive into my drink because I know everybody's really wondering what it is. Dilly thought it was water, wishing it was water.
No, wish.
It's not water. So,
Let's just try it.
what I got here for us.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Let's see.
I didn't buy it. It was just left over from last night. I'm not going to cap with you. But,
Oh, okay. That's
It was
fine.
shit that I brought?
no. I already had it. I had it in the fridge. Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's a different type of White Claw. Like, it's White Claw, but like a different
Oh,
flavor.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
It's lemonade White Claws,
I
but different flavored
Yeah.
of lemonades.
Huh.
They were very good. I tried
So
those.
I'm going to have all of us try these and try to
Oh.
guess
Which one's what?
correct.
I like that.
I fucking hate White Claw.
Okay, we're off to a good
does-
start.
It does. It's all right.
So-
It's understandable. It tastes like static. You know.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Well, we'll see how these taste.
And also, surprisingly, I always get the worst hangovers when I drink
Facts.
seltzers.
Facts.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
You guys do?
seltzers
When I drink
give me the
fucking oh,
worst
God.
hangovers.
Surges? When you drink the surges?
oh yeah, dude.
I-
yeah, we did get hangover.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, so hung.
Yeah,
So
like
bad.
I get drunk as fuck off beer, and I wake up and I'm like, fuck, light hurts, this hurts, everything hurts.
But then you're
I
good.
need fucking Mexican food and grease in my stomach
Right.
right this fucking second, but I'll live.
Right.
I get drunk as fuck off of seltzer, and I wake up the next day. All I
Dead.
want is the cool release of fucking killing myself.
Yeah. No,
Oh
literally,
my god.
like, I'm like immobile the next day. Like
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
drink seltzers.
the whole
it's-
entire day
it's
is not
fucked.
happening
No,
if
it's
I
not
drink
happening.
seltzer.
I think
No,
they
it's
have.
fucked up.
Is it because they do have a little bit of added sugar, huh? A little bit of sugar.
I
Not
don't,
like-
They got a
I
lot-
don't know.
I don't think it's crazy amount, but I
They
think
got some added poison in there. You
They
know
got
what I mean?
some-
I have
something.
no clue.
maybe it's the
but
type of alcohol that malt.
But
liquor
all I
they
will
call-
say is I'm still a little hung today, but nothing
Yep.
terrible. You know what I mean? And I just
You're
drink
hung?
whiskey. Yeah, well, I'm always hung, but
Yeah.
hungover.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, you can't be saying that. Male's the one that's actually hung because he went through TSA and they wouldn't allow him to go on the plane.
I was gonna
Remember
say, I'm
that?
like, how do you know this?
I know. I had to follow that up. Believe me.
Yeah, I know
Real
you're really
quick.
quick with it, thank God.
So-
Yep. I was
So-
getting stopped.
So, back to me being hung.
Oh yes.
I drank like primarily just whiskey. I had one beer, but
Mhm.
primarily just whiskey.
Yeah.
Not that bad today. So,
Yeah, I was
Not much
bouncing
sugar.
back and forth between whiskey and beer the whole entire night.
right. I might have had 2 beers, but
Yeah.
when I had whiskey, I literally only had like a couple with Coke, and the rest were straight. So that helped
Yeah.
probably a lot, I think. And
Just-
keeping it to one colored liquor also helped me a lot too. So
I think
Mhm.
that helps. I do think. For some odd reason, beer just gets me really on my stomach. Just gurgles the next day. Oh my gosh.
well, yeah, that's what the
added
beer shits are for.
fermentation.
Oh, I
Ooh,
don't
the
like
beer
that.
shits. Dude, I also had the Mexican
Aren't they
food
good?
yesterday
Oh,
after
yeah.
work. So I had Mexican food
Oh,
on
you had it
top of.
fiery today, huh?
Dude, it was just like I had fucking 3 poos before Lady woke up.
Oh my gosh, dude. That's a cleanse. That's a detox.
She's like, I
That's-
gotta go. You're like, already been there, done that 3
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, Lady was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Going to the bathroom." She's like, "You did that a lot this morning," and I was like,
Well,
I also
It'll
drank a
happen.
lot
Happens.
last night. So
"It'll happen."
yeah.
Yep.
And Mexican food, it'll just do it to you without booze. So
Yeah.
you mix
Yep.
them. Oh boy, you better be a Christian man. So
Yep.
so with that being said, we're going a little easy today. So we'll see how these go. Dilly, I'll let you go first and let you guess
Just sip one of them.
each of them.
Well, you realize I still can't taste correctly, so we'll see how this goes.
Makes it even better.
Oh my god, I can actually smell that.
Well, that'll help you.
I know exactly what it is from the smell.
Okay, you were drinking these last night too.
So
that
what's the
helps.
3 flavors?
Well, I want us to guess first.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
You guys guess, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's strawberry.
Next.
You want me to try each one?
Yeah.
How
what's the
are you
point?
gonna know which one's which?
Well, I'm hoping they're obvious. I didn't try them last night.
Damn. All right.
One of them's hard.
So clearly you're gonna know which one the one that's in a different glass is, right?
No, I forgot.
Oh my god.
I was gonna say, well, how's Mail not gonna know now? Because Mail's gonna
What do you mean?
he's
Well,
gonna sip it.
yeah,
I'm gonna
he
be
has an
like,
idea, but
Oh.
that doesn't mean you're right.
That's
Right.
true. That's true. That's true.
So what do you think the second one is?
I don't know.
See?
I think that one's just lemon.
'Kay.
Tastes like lemonade. I don't like that.
You barely took a sip.
Oh, I could feel it radiating above my nose.
What's that one you think?
Just like it's got like something stronger in it.
All right. We're gonna
Oh,
for the audio listeners,
that's gotta be surge.
well, you gotta guess the flavor. For all the audio listeners, they're all just clear glasses. Well, it's a White Claw, so you can probably guess what the
So,
liquid looks like too.
Yeah, so
Looks like water.
we're going drink number 1. We don't know what it actually is because Tanner didn't do that. But
Right.
so drink number 1, Dilly said it was
Makes it even more fun. I
Yeah,
promise.
Dilly said drink number 1 was strawberry. Drink number 2, the middle one, was
Just
lemonade.
Yeah.
And then drink number 3 in the different glass you said is
I think it's a White Claw Surge.
Well, what's the flavor? Because they have flavors.
Blackberry or something. I can't even
Okay.
taste the flavor, but I'm
Mm.
gonna say blackberry.
That's your guess.
okay.
All right, Mel, go ahead.
All right, drink number 1,
And this is the one. What'd you call this one?
strawberry.
Strawberry. Okay.
That one's got a very presentable taste.
Yeah, it smells like Go-Gurts.
Yeah, that's exactly the best.
Does it
Actually, that is the best way to describe it.
Ooh, that's nice.
Smells like Go-Gurts.
does, it's
That
very
shot me
strong.
back to fucking 3rd grade.
Remember those things? Oh, we got to get into that after
That
this.
should be a drink. Pod drink.
Go-Gurts?
Oh my god.
What, the Go-Gurts? Make Go-Gurt and Claw? Drop
drink
a little
number
Go-Gurt?
2.
It sounds
Let it.
terrible. It'll probably just percolate in the
I was
top.
gonna say let it. You know,
Yeah, this seems
percolate.
like discount lemonade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a Trader Joe's version where you're like,
You're like, oh, lemonade.
you added something to be special, so so now
Oh.
it's not lemonade, but I can tell you're trying to be lemonade.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
All
lemonade.
right, drink number
That's right.
3. Cough syrup.
Well,
Man,
so
that boy
you're-
got
I
us.
don't know if White Claw put that on the label,
Boy
but
got us leaning.
Cough syrup.
what flavor?
That has to be like like raspberry
berry,
or
right?
like blackberry, blueberry.
I remember what the flavors are now.
That's good. That's good. Let's see.
It's like a cough syrupy thing.
Yeah, that one's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that one's Dilly's. So,
it's a surge.
so
Not that much.
Dilly,
Nah.
you had a little bit of practice last night on these, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got them all right.
I'm all right.
Yep.
So I got strawberry.
Which the hardest one I thought was this one, but
Damn.
then I forgot about this one, the lemonade one. I thought that was gonna be hard because it's literally, I could bring the can in, but it's lemon flavored lemonade. I'm like,
It's like, ooh, whoa! I would have never guessed.
motherfucker.
Lemonade, lemon
Even
flavor.
lemonade.
Never would've guessed.
Lemonade.
I was
Never
like,
saw it coming.
Oh,
yeah. So there was strawberry, lemon, and blackberry
That's interesting. Though. Oh, okay, that's cool.
or
But
cough syrup.
those ones aren't surges, right? Though that one is,
No,
right?
there's not one of them is surges.
Really? That one just tastes like doo doo.
Yeah, that one's
It's just-
buns.
Yeah, it just
it's-
does not
and it's
have a good
not-
flavor.
Surge blackberry probably tastes better than that, honestly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow, I'm surprised I got all those correct.
I know. I did not think you were going to get the lemon one.
I'm an expert. I should be
That's-
sponsored.
No. 'Cause that's how you become an
The
alcoholic.
day we
Then they're
get
gonna want me
sponsored
to-
by White Claw is the day I quit the podcast.
Oh my god, dude. Pretty
He's
bad.
like, I'm fucking done.
I'm not doing that. If
That
we
would
get
be
sponsored by
ridiculous.
Coors and I have a Coors banquet sign over my head,
oh yeah, that would
that's
actually
the next level.
way better.
But White Claw comes to us and says, "Hey, you want to be the official drink of This Just Might Work podcast?"
No,
I'm gonna go.
no.
Thanks. The podcast isn't worth continuing now because you offer that, even if you are the sponsor or not.
We're
now
in.
that you're entertaining
You're just
that
like-
idea, I don't want to have this podcast.
You're just like, right after you finish that sentence, the podcast actually
done.
doesn't exist anymore. So,
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's it.
Um,
Take it
fuck
away.
seltzer.
so we can drink any of these, or we cannot. So it's up to
I'm
you guys.
just not.
So
So
there we
good.
go. That's our drink. It's the
Nice.
first one where we're just actually sipping.
You know what's astonishing?
What?
If I drank all 3 of those, I would be very drunk. Just that little bit of liquid.
It's probably only like
That's crazy.
Mhm.
maybe over a White Claw. 1 White Claw, maybe.
Oh, you think altogether?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, who knows? I might
That was
pull
like 3.
pull one over my way to sip a
for it.
little bit, but
Just sip on
if
it.
you want.
The bubbles are nice.
I'm taking the Go-Gurt.
It just tastes like
Go-Gurt, yeah.
fizzy water.
I'll take this one if I'm taking one.
The strawberry's good though.
It's so hardcore lemon. It's like
Yeah.
they
You
literally
know-
said, "How about lemon squared?" It's like,
Facts.
Jesus
You know what
Christ.
I want? I want to try. Of course, it's not in Idaho yet. It's Happy Dad.
Happy Dads.
Apparently there's 7-Elevens, and Kyle also said they're at Albertson, so get on the website
Here?
and they might be.
Already?
We could have them shipped or something.
Yeah. They have their website where it's like find closest Happy Dads and shit, and I
Oh,
do
no way.
remember in one of his Instagram live things, he's like, we are now selling in 7-Elevens and Albertsons
That's
and
right.
this and that, so might be. I don't know.
I like to do that.
That'd be sick.
I
I'd
didn't.
be so down.
I did. When I was visiting Florida, I should have tried some. We didn't. We ended up finding
Yeah,
any.
I'm so down.
But-
for
Because I want to see. They hype up the flavor and then the
Mhm.
flavors, and they say that they're very well made.
Right.
that. Of course, they're gonna say
very
that. But
well thought. Yeah, of course. Yep.
so,
Thought out. Well thought out.
let's talk about Christmas real quick. Let's just
Oh yeah,
go
yeah.
through
little
that.
Christmas.
Okay.
How was our Christmas? Dilly, we'll start with you because you'll be the quickest.
It's all right.
Dilly and I already talked about our Christmases because we
Okay.
did early Christmas.
Well, yeah. But
Yeah.
Christmas Day, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Christmas Day. I had
do
the
anything?
flu and I fucking got sick.
Sounds like a great time.
It was bad,
Yeah.
but no, it was bad. It was bad. It wasn't that
So-
good, but it was all right. I mean, I
Hung out with the cat.
hung out with the cat all day.
You didn't give her a toy.
Didn't give her a toy. Gave her cat. Gave her the important stuff. Priority.
There you go.
Well, sure.
But I did forget to give her a toy though.
She was scratching at that thing for fucking 2 weeks.
Trying to get it.
She had to wait a whole ass another week.
Well, they say good things come to those who wait.
I thought you were going to say, well, dumb bitch shouldn't been on the naughty list.
All right. So, yeah. Hey, sorry. Just to continue on with the Happy Dad conversation.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry, I just wanted to look this up to
No,
Yeah.
this is good.
contribute.
We'll backtrack, Jen.
If you look at this map, there is an endless supply in California, and there's like 7 of them
Damn.
that run the border
Oh, no shit.
of Idaho and Nevada on the Nevada side.
Oh, nice.
So
So-
they're in Nevada. We want to go south. We can get them.
Wouldn't
If
be
you
too
want to
far.
take a 2.5-hour drive for some Happy Dads,
That'd be funny.
Pretty far.
that
Honestly,
would be funny.
That would be pretty
Maybe
good.
Go gamble a little bit.
Yep.
Pick up some Happy Dads. Come back. Talk about it.
Just kidding,
Mhm.
I'm not putting my feet through there. I
Can
don't
you
want
chill
them to
out
see
with
that.
the feet, dude?
Dude, well,
You
I'm a
and
big,
your feet.
I'm a big feet guy.
I watched Lord of the Rings for the first time, and now I know why everybody calls you fucking goo ball or whatever his name was.
Frodo.
Frodo, that's the one.
You just now watched that?
Yeah, first time
Who's
ever.
Goopball?
You've
I couldn't
never
remember
watched.
his name. I knew it was.
Did you watch the whole trilogy?
just one? Just the first one.
Return of the King? Or no, that's the third one. Fellowship of the Ring.
I
I think that was it actually.
Is that what it's called?
The first one.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the
They
first
like
one?
just
Yeah, it's
talk about
Fellowship of the
yeah.
Ring, the Two Towers, and then
the ring one.
and then Return of the King, and
Yeah, it was
then
pretty sick.
the Hobbit trilogy was Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smog, and Battle of the Five Armies.
Fucking nerd. Can you believe this guy?
Don't give a fuck.
big
So,
big ring guy.
Yes,
Shit's
it's
fire.
Mary, my girlfriend.
It's really good.
It's her favorite trilogy. So, favorite movies for
There
sure.
you go.
She's
know
been
what?
begging me to watch them, and
I'm
I said
trying
I
to
don't
get
like
lady-
football.
I'm trying to get Lady to watch one of my favorite movies of all time.
And what's
Which
that?
one's that?
Glory Road.
Oh,
What is
yeah.
that?
It's so good.
I feel like I should know.
It is good. It's
Let me look it up. Let me look.
It's
Glory Road.
it's kind of in the same vein as Remember the Titans,
right.
Coach Carter, Invincible.
That's your favorite all time.
It maybe not my favorite all
Okay.
time, but one of my favorites.
Right.
I remember in the Honda Odyssey when I was a little kid that
Yeah.
my family leased. That shit was we had that shit on DVD and that thing was running nonstop day. Glory Road all the time.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, like sports. True, based on true events. I
Yeah.
imagine.
That's what I did for Christmas. So
Watch Glory Road.
I was watching all of the sports movies. Like I was watching
Oh,
Miracle on Ice. I was watching Glory Road. I watched Invincible.
She
I
was back
watched-
home then.
Yeah, she was in California.
Oh.
So I had literally nothing to do.
You're vibing.
And
You
so
didn't go.
Hmm?
You didn't go.
couldn't get enough time off work.
Ah,
I tried to
okay.
squeeze it, but they were like, "Oh no, sorry. We already have multiple people that asked before you,
Right.
and we can't have everyone gone."
is
So
true. That is true, I guess.
which is tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, had to stay sadly and unfortunately.
Right. So you
Um,
watched a bunch of movies like that?
Yeah, I was just watching a whole
Not
bunch of
Christmas
sports
movies, apparently.
No, I was just because I was done and over with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Not
just
12.
so I watched Glory Road, Remember the Titans, Invincible, Miracle on Ice, all of the
So-
like sport documentary.
How
kinda.
do you think she'd like those?
Well, she is obsessed with Miracle on Ice.
Okay.
What was that one about? I know I've heard of that.
That
Oh, yes, that was.
that
a
makes no
really good
sense
one.
to either the audio or the video
Right.
listeners because
We
they
both just go
Yeah.
and it's not even in the picture.
it's
It's
not in the
Okay, so Miracle on Ice, 1980 Olympics, the U.S. won hockey gold medal.
it was
and the most
all a bunch
improbable odds ever.
it was
They won.
Yeah.
all of these guys that were playing in the NHL for the Russian team and all the other teams, and then America was on their shit saying, we want the purest of the sport, so we're not going to take professionals, we're going to take amateurs. So those were all college kids that were playing.
Against professionals in all the other countries,
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. Yeah.
and they won.
Miracle
Yeah.
on Ice.
Unbelievable. And
Mhm.
beat the Russians in the semifinal, which they won like the last 8 Olympics in a row.
Yeah.
So insane. Great story. That movie is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
one of the greats. One
Yeah,
of the greats.
so
Oh, yeah.
I think it's one of her favorite movies
Okay.
because how she's told me about it is like how I just said like Glory Road was on DVD and playing in
Okay.
our Honda Odyssey on
Right.
repeat 24/7.
She had the same thing.
She basically had the same thing, but it was Miracle on Ice. So it was just like
More nostalgia, almost. You know.
I don't know. I mean, they're amazing movies.
Well,
Both
I-
of them are absolutely amazing movies.
Not taken away from the movies at all,
Yeah.
but
It is
nostalgia plays a part in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
nostalgia definitely plays a part in saying those
Because
are some of the favorite movies.
They're goats, and to watch them back then, yeah, it's good
Dude,
times.
Glory Road's so good.
Yeah, it's been too long, but I do remember it.
So now I'm
A
trying
lot
to
of
make,
really good football or
Yeah.
just sports movies, like really, really good ones.
Oh, yeah.
Really good. And
and surprisingly, almost all of them are Disney.
Damn.
Yeah, what does
Invincible,
Disney have to do
Disney.
with it? Right?
What?
Glory Road, Disney.
Disney.
Miracle on Ice.
what was the first one?
My stomach.
Invincible.
Heard
the-
that through the mic.
Yeah, I'm telling
Invincible, the Philadelphia Eagles one with Mark Wahlberg. That one, Disney. Miracle on Ice,
Disney.
Disney.
Is
Glory Road, Disney.
is,
Remember the
um,
Titans, Disney.
is what's it called? The fucking Sandra Bullock one.
Oh, Blindside.
Oh,
Blindside.
Blindside.
Such a good movie.
I
We gotta
don't
watch
know
it.
if that one's Disney or not.
It seems
didn't-
like it would be a Disney.
I didn't
movie,
watch
but,
that one yet. I should watch that.
You
That one's
haven't
on-
Oh,
seen
you
No,
that?
I've seen it, but
Oh,
it
okay,
wasn't
I was
in my.
about to
It
juice.
wasn't
I
in
was
my.
about
It wasn't in my
I was
run
about
of
to have a
Christmas
hernia, dude.
ones.
Oh my
You've seen it.
gosh. Oh, I've seen it, boy. Sandra Bullock's in there. Of course I've seen it. What do you mean?
Oh, you hot for Sandra Bullock?
When I was younger, yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
same.
ooh.
Same.
It was
I
like
saw her
Sandra
make
Bullock.
out with this one chick on stage, and I was like,
Makes
know
you
what?
think a little differently, does it?
I'm gonna get on my phone again.
You're like, I think I realized I like women now.
yeah. Oof.
Yeah, that's a good movie, though.
Right. So yeah, I saw it 4 times in theaters. Actually,
Really?
Blindside.
Blindside.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Dang. Wish I could afford that.
I remember the first time I
I think
watched
it was like 2 different birthday
Dang.
parties. Then I saw it with my parents, and then I saw it with my sisters or
Oh,
something like
that's cool.
I remember the first time I watched it, it was on HBO, and it was at a hotel room when my family was on vacation, and the hotel was like, "We have HBO that you can watch," and we were like,
like,
"What are we
hmm.
gonna watch? Because we have nothing to do right now." And it's
Right.
like Blindside, and I was like, "Sure, don't know what that is, but sure." Watched it, loved it. I was like, "This is a great movie."
that. I'd love to watch that one again. I gotta
Yeah.
watch. What's yours? What's your fucking movie? Your Razorback.
Oh, Grader.
Grader. Have you ever seen
Seen
Grader?
Grader?
I've heard of that one. I
Oh
haven't
my
actually
god,
seen
dude.
that one.
It's really good. It's very. I can't even
Ford
put it.
versus Ferrari. That was a great one.
Really good one.
Facts.
I can't say it's.
Disney.
Yeah, no, it's Grader's just a really good. It's more emotional stuff, but it's a deep
Hmm.
sports movie. It's good.
And you know what one really gets emotional?
Which one's that?
My All American.
That's what I was gonna say. But I
Love
didn't-
that shit, baby.
Such. It is
I,
a good movie though,
Uh,
but
I
it's
showed
very
Dilly
similar to
and-
that. But
is
not.
Rudy a Disney movie?
Ooh, I could see it.
It's-
I
yeah.
could see it too.
When did that movie come out? Early 2000s?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like probably like 2003 or some shit.
Right. That's a classic.
Yeah.
But My All American's got to be it's in my top 3 movies for sure. I think
Mm-hmm.
it's just I don't know something about it. In fact, he's from Colorado too. I don't know.
Yeah.
It just hits hard.
It's Grader. I know they can't see it, but Greater is the name of the movie.
Right.
We can just paw it up.
If I
Grader.
remember. Yeah. 20 minutes in, we'll see.
Greater.
We'll see. It's just hard when it's like in the middle. It's hard for me
Yeah.
to find it. You know what I mean? 'Cause
Yeah.
you guys can't look through it because I uploaded it at that time, so
Right.
that's on me. But
Yeah, but that's what I did. I was just watching those movies. I was like,
nice.
I just started watching one of them. I think it was like I started off with like Miracle on Ice because I was like, fuck it. I was on Disney Plus and I saw it.
It goes that one. There's a Christmas in that movie.
Yeah, and I was just like, I finished that one and I was like, well, that was great. Let's watch another one. And I watched Glory Road and I was like, well, that's great. And then it started recommending other ones. It's like Invincible, and I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna watch it.
Seems like a
Like,
pretty
sure.
good Christmas. Not gonna cap.
Which one? I remember this one being such a great movie,
I'm
and I
sorry.
watched it on FX. I don't know the name of it, and I need to look it up.
I'll try.
It's one of Dwayne the Rock Johnson's movies,
Oh fuck.
and it was like when he was a coach for a fucking prison football team.
Wait.
Isn't it
Gridiron
recently?
Gang.
Oh, that sounds kind of right. I don't know.
I think it might be Gridiron Gang. That
sounds
one-
I think you're right.
That one was also a
talking-
great movie.
We're not talking about Adam Sandler's prison football team. That's
No,
What is
not
that fucking-
The Longest Yard.
oh fuck that one.
No, we're not talking about that
You've-
one.
you've seen that one?
Gridiron Gang.
Yeah, I
Longest
can't remember
Yard?
it though, but
Oh, fucking hysterical.
The
can't remember the
Gridiron
moment.
Gang. That one was also
Yeah.
a true story one,
Okay.
and I remember watching that one on FX. It was a regular
oh, yeah.
movie that was on FX.
Longest Yard. Yeah.
Here, post for the thumbnail.
No, not Longest Yard. Gridiron Gang. I think. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
I don't know either.
You can tell how
So
tired I am in that.
I know. That's good. That might be your best one yet. Oh shit. But so it sounds like a pretty sick Christmas. Not gonna hold to you. Alone and watching all those football movies sounds like a pretty good day to me.
Pretty solid one.
Or
And
just
I was
sports
gonna
movies.
hit you up, Mail, but yeah,
Yep,
I was
Gridiron Gang.
I was
Well, yeah, I
hella
did
sick.
hit you up because
Uh-oh.
originally the plan was because I had some coworkers that also like were from like out of state and stuff. Like one's from Montana, so he didn't really have family or anything.
Okay.
He ended up hanging out with his neighbor that he's smashing.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
You know,
but like
each their
him,
own. You know.
one other guy, and
Friendly
I
neighbors.
were all like, "Hey, we want to go see some Christmas biddies. Like, do you want to go to the strip club at 11 o'clock at night on Christmas
Gosh, dude.
and whatnot?"
Were they
So
open?
we don't know. We didn't go
Yeah, that would've been funny though.
because like
Dilly would have gone,
What would they been wearing?
the one
Well,
dude.
even if he was sick.
The one
Special.
dude has family in town, so he was like spending the day with them, and he was gonna leave
They can go
and then
along.
go see the biddies.
Right.
But he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna leave," and they're like, "What? It's Christmas. You can't leave." Blah blah blah. Yeah, this and that. And he was like, "I legitimately can't tell my mom I'm gonna
Why I'm
leave
going?
you. I'm gonna leave you on Christmas so I can go to a strip club. So I guess I'm not
that
gonna
would
go."
be so
That'd be a
bad.
Christmas for the ages, especially
That'd be
for the
such a
family.
conversation.
it would be.
Oh man.
So, decent Christmases. Sounds like I'll just make mine quick
Mm-hmm.
because it's not quick. So,
Oh yeah.
But I've already told it too many times, so I'm tired.
But
talking
you haven't
about-
told the pod the problem. You were a
It's
part
true.
of national news. The
It's
pod
true.
has to
Okay,
know.
well, we will talk about it. We'll talk about it. So I went to Colorado. Going in was even rough. Like, the weather was rough. Super windy, turbulence, crazy. We're doing barrel rolls and shit. It was
Turbulence.
nuts. Shit's flying out of the fucking goddamn overheads. Crazy shit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But landed safely in Denver. Then we drive from DIA to past Eisenhower Tunnel, Silverthorne. That's where
Nice.
the family lives. And
Nice.
honestly, from DIA, if traffic's not too bad, hour and a half drive, something like that.
Yeah.
Hour and a half from
Yep.
DIA.
Yeah,
Right.
but regularly with traffic, it's going to turn into 2.5.
We got there 5 hours.
Fuck yeah.
It was
Nuts.
fucking brutal. The worst
I've
part.
never heard of that.
Fuck
The
much.
worst
yeah.
part. We drove an hour, no traffic. So that means we were 15 miles from Eisenhower Tunnel,
Yep.
and it took us an hour to get to that point. We went 4 hours
Terrible.
in 15 miles. It was
Fuck yeah.
fucking terrible.
Was there construction being done on the inside of the tunnel or something?
I think they were just stopping it because it was too icy on that like downslope. On
Oh.
they just closed it, but they're like, we'll open in a few hours. It's like, well, fuck. So, yep, it was cool. My niece, who was 2-3 months, got to hang out with her. She was in the car, so 3-month-old, 7-year-old, and then my sister and brother-in-law, and then Marin and I.
Hmm.
all in the
Golly.
car. Yep, everybody was pissing in the front of the car. It was a good time.
Oh yeah.
So
That sucks. I've never.
quite
had-
the way to start the trip.
Oh,
yeah, that is
oh,
a
yeah.
great start.
Yes. So we thought that was the worst of it. It's like my dad felt so bad. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
because we changed it. It was supposed to be on the 21st. What the fuck was that?
What's that?
That was my phone giving me an Xbox notification.
I was gonna say, I thought the
It was
Xbox
like-
was on. I was like, what
like-
the fuck?
Our Xbox is unplugged.
Yeah,
It's
I
coming
was,
back to
I was
life.
like,
All right.
I'm like, we got something to worry about
Yeah.
now. Microsoft's
God.
on the line.
Microsoft.
Anyway.
So, we thought that was the worst of it. We changed the date to that day, like a week
Mhm.
before.
Oh,
So he's
okay.
like, God, if it was just the day before, it wouldn't be that bad. So he felt bad.
Yeah.
Now,
But
I
it's,
don't know. I think as he's gotten older, I don't know. He wants to give so much. He always has just been that
Yeah.
way. But
Giving
Yeah.
guy.
he wants
nice
to give
guy.
so much. When something doesn't work out, he just like, all right, I'll make up for it, kind of thing. So,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but lucky. I'll preface this because the end of the trip is a fucking nightmare. It was ridiculous, but I'm lucky because we were there. We saw family.
Yeah.
On Christmas. We're
Which
the
is-
lucky ones for sure.
Yep. There you go.
Oh yeah.
But then on the 26th, we try to fly out day after Christmas, right?
Uh-huh.
Get to DIA, chilling, right? Chilling. Security, a little fucked up. There's a few thousand people there. In line, maybe 1,000. But, DIA's security,
Yeah.
fucking enormous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like
Literally.
they can burn through 1,000 people really quick.
But at the back of it, pain in the ass. So, but wasn't that bad. We did end up getting through it in 30 minutes or something like that. So, not too bad, considering I've stood in that fucking line for much, much longer than that.
Yeah.
So, in fact, on the 26th, I was like, all right, DIA's off to a decent start. Still a madhouse because
Yeah.
you're when you're in that fucking line for security putting shit in the bins, feels like you're goddamn running like a sprint or something.
Yeah.
You got to be,
Yeah.
you fuck up your belt or something, oh, man.
It's done.
Yeah,
That
and
boy's
it's so
donezo.
fucking weird. You're like, how the fuck is it going so fast now? Because when you're at the end of the line, you're like,
No shit, right?
no one's moving that fast, and this is like blah blah blah. But then you get there and you're like, and you're
fly
like, what
through,
the
you're like,
fuck is everyone moving this fast?
Yeah, they're like, any liquids, food, laptop, anything, and you get or go,
You're like,
you're
go,
done,
go,
you're
go,
done,
go,
you're
go,
done,
go,
you're done.
go. Yeah, and then you're flying.
So
Yeah.
it's like super.
You got to
stressful,
be
but
fucking ready.
You got to
Yeah.
be so ready.
And then
Shoes untied, belt already done, zipper probably already
And
done with that too.
At the end, of course, they
Johnson out.
at least they're Joe, yeah.
Anytime.
And at the end, of course, there's always some people that stand in that area to put their shoes and shit back on and everything. I just grab it. You got to go, go, go.
Yeah, they have
Grab it,
those-
out.
Yeah, you have
Like-
those fucking seats that
The
they have.
seat-
Yeah,
yeah,
so
the
just
seating
go to
area.
the fucking seats.
Yeah, and there's always someone that stands there, and you're like, no, this is
But
not
those
how it
seats
works.
get fucking crowded, especially
Yeah,
on a day
there's
like
that
that.
too.
So it's like,
The seats can get crowded, but either way, you cannot be at the conveyor putting your shoes
yeah,
back on.
no,
Yeah.
you can't. So wasn't bad. Getting to the gate, not too bad. We got there. I think we got to the airport on a day like that, especially we had to drive from the mountains
Mm-hmm.
too. So we left like 5 hours early, just to be safe. You know what I mean?
Oh,
We
yeah.
got there like little less than 4 hours early, 3.5. So we had like an hour to kill.
Mhm.
I think we went to a bar or something. Had a couple drinks before the flight. We're chilling,
Mhm.
having a good time. Walked by Elway's, said hi to little Barty. He was doing good.
Nice.
So then we go to the gate. Super cool, normal, chilling.
Yep.
We checked one bag because we were doing the old carry on two with
Mhm.
like our everything, each other's shit. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And then one for present bag, right?
Yep. Same
Dilly-
thing that lady and I did.
Correct, but not Dilly because he doesn't gift. So,
Don't do that.
so we had already had one checked.
Mm-hmm.
I will say the fucking check-in line
Mm-hmm.
absolutely fucked up. That was fucking ridiculous. It was absolute shit show. Because it's as far as you can fucking see in that airport. Like it's like you need
A
fucking
sea of people.
binoculars to see the end of it,
Oh yeah.
especially for the United
Ants.
side. Absolutely fucked up. So, but we got a bag checked. We get in, check in, bang, getting on the what's that like on ramp thing?
Oh
to, like,
yeah.
get into the plane, or whatever. The, like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Little
the-
little tube, John. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
yeah. That
after you fucking-
extendo
Mm-hmm.
Put
The tunnel.
your ticket. You know what I mean?
tunnel. Yeah, there it is.
Sweet.
The tunnel.
We checked in. We said we're here. We're getting on. So we get on. When they green tag my bag, I'm like, it was a smaller plane, so I'm like, fuck it. Fuck. I'd rather carry it on.
But
That's all right.
You're like,
Throw it
alright,
under.
I can do it.
Right.
Yep.
I let them have it. So then we get in the plane. Honestly, it was a pretty small plane, as I said. Second row. It was really sick. So we were pumped because we're like
Second
getting
row?
off. Yeah, second row.
From the
There was
front.
no first class or anything. It was just one.
Oh dang! But
Yeah.
you were up front. That's
Small
cool.
plane. But
Yeah.
Okay.
still, second row on any plane. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've never been in front. That's crazy.
It was crazy. I could
Mhm.
I'm just pretty much sitting with the pilots.
Yeah.
But we were pumped. We're like, getting off this plane would be sick. So then we sitting there for like 20 minutes. Nobody's getting on the plane. We're like, okay, something's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's
Something's
going
off.
on? So, but I'm sitting right there. There's only one flight attendant for that size plane. And she's talking to these old people in the first row and shit. And she's like, small plane, they got to, like, try to organize the bags and the overheads and then the bottom so that make sure that the weight's even. We're like, well, that sounds good. Thanks for making that a lot easier for us. Not. So, yeah, they had guys coming in trying to stuff shit in the fucking overheads, like, and organize them to keep, like, the weight balanced. I'm like, what is this?
Pretty wild.
I know.
Lots of weight.
So we thought that was it. I think the whole fucking weight thing was a fucking scam. I think it was a fucking excuse.
Played it off.
Yeah.
They tried to do that.
They tried to play it off because, in reality, Boise Airport shut down. And we're like, well.
So, like, how are we going to tell these people that the airport's literally shut down?
Right. So they didn't tell us that. But they did say that, like, I forget how much he said, but, like, the field of view, like, was so, it went from, like, 2,000 feet to, like,
Dude, it's the worst fog I've
to,
ever
like,
seen.
75 feet, he said.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
it's like, you can't even fly in that.
Fucking thick ass.
like,
You remember
literally
that
super
fog,
thick.
right? I couldn't see across in front of our house. I couldn't see my car, literally, like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
100 feet in front of me. I
So,
was like, whoa.
Yeah, so it was like, shit. Fucked up. So he's like, for the comfortability, I knew right when he said that, I'm like, motherfucker, you better not take me off this goddamn plane. I'm already sitting on it, boy. He was like,
Already in the
I'm going
seat.
to have you guys deplane and sit right at the gate. We'll get you guys back in. We'll keep the bags in here and everything. Red flag number 3.
Keeping the bags, yeah.
Keeping the bags. And I'm like, whatever. That's all right. It'll clear up. We get on the road. You know what I mean? Or in the air.
Yep.
So about 30 minutes go by, sitting in the gate. He comes out, hits on the. I regret to inform you guys, we are canceling your flight to Boise. And we're like, fucker. And they go to. We're of course at like gate fucking B98, and he's like, go to gate B24. There's a customer service line.
And you're like,
Help you. Motherfucker.
And you know, right when you get there, there's going to be a monstrous line. Then
We get there,
hours just
at least 350 people in line, at least minimum.
Why
And
do they have more?
it got
fucking
more than that after we were in it. So that was great because we just knew we were going to be there for a while.
Yeah.
Took us.
Did you guys start dividing up? You're like, well, we have to get our checked bag back, so you go to baggage claim while I stand in line.
Problem was, we were worried it was going to go on another plane or it was going to be at the other gate. We didn't know where the fuck it was going to be. Or I think what they were doing with all of them, they were just keeping them outside, like in the fucking like carts or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because they had so many fucking cancellations.
They didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do. They didn't want to throw them into the fucking baggage claim if we got on another plane. So they were keeping them on
Right.
outside to if they got word that we were going to another flight or different destination. So they were keeping them out. So we're like, they didn't tell us to go to baggage claim. They're like, just go customer service. You make a request to like figure out where your bags are. Request. There's about 18,000 people doing that shit at the very second. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh yeah.
So, because how many fucking gates are in that fucking airport? It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh, there's
How many-
an endless supply of gates.
Right. How many customer service lines are there? How many people are making these requests? It's a fucking shit show.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, try to make it a little bit faster of a story. Takes us 3 hours, a little over 3 hours to get to the front of the line. It fucked because waiting in a line that long, usually you do that for like a ride at fucking Disney World or some shit.
Yeah.
That's fun. No. You get to talk about doom and gloom when you get to the front.
This is not fun. Yeah.
Right. So we get to the front, and all 4 of the people at the desk say it's their first day. It's like, well,
Oh yeah.
this is great.
I mean, I feel bad, but it's like,
Felt really bad. But they're all asking each other questions because they don't know what the fuck's going on. Because everybody else left. They're like, shit, it's Christmas. I got to go home. You know what I mean? All the experienced ones said, shit, it's late. I got to go. Even though it's like the most fucked up day for the airport.
Right.
I feel bad for the people they got to deal with. That people that are mad, of course. They have to deal with
everybody's
mad
got the same story.
Oh,
I can't see my family. You know, we lost one last week. You know, and now I'm losing my back. I got their ashes in there. You know what I mean? Same thing every single fucking time. So we're the lucky ones. We got to see family. A lot of people that we were talking to because shit, we became absolute homies with people in line. You're sitting 4 hours, 3 hours line with somebody, you really get to know somebody.
Yeah, I was friends with it. Same with when I had my delay, but it was only I mean, I was there at the airport. It might have been a whole day, but
Right.
you probably had it even worse. But
Well,
still,
just
like,
standing in line is fucking. You couldn't.
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
You're packed in like sardines in the fucking line.
yeah, you make some
Can't
friends.
sit down or anything. You just fucking
Stand
stuck
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we get there. We talk to him. We wanted to try to get to Salt Lake, because then if we get to Salt Lake, her family could drive down to Salt Lake, because where they live, they're kind of close.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
And then we could go to Boise from there.
I'll come back. Yep.
So, look for a flight. She said, there's one tomorrow night. That's the earliest I can do. And we're like, sick. And she's like, I'm like, can we make a couple calls, make sure we can get this driving thing planned, and then we'll say yes? She's like, okay, do that. I'm like, yes, hit it. You know, she hits it. Then, like, 2 minutes go by after her. She's doing the click, 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 click. Again, it's her first day. She was super nice. I will say the customer service was, like, unbelievably nice.
Yeah,
I was very
good.
impressed. Very impressed.
That's good.
That's
Because
good.
on a day like that, with anybody, it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
Day after
Oh, yeah.
Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
with that shit show on your first day, and
Oh,
just
yeah.
that airport and city in general, I was impressed.
Sorry.
Would you stop?
Clear my throat.
So-
you're like, is
Okay.
that better,
Anyway,
motherfucker?
wait.
ass. Is that what you get?
So she's clicking and shit, and then she goes, "Ah, fuck, I put it on the wrong day. Sorry." So I'm like,
Oh.
"Well, can you go back?" You know, she goes back.
Gone.
Flight's taken. Seats are
yeah,
taken. So I was like, I'm like, all right, we won't fucking fly. I'm like,
Yep.
fuck it. Right then, I was like, we're driving. That's the only way.
Mm-hmm.
Check rental cars. She said there's none for the next like 4 days. I was like, oh, good.
Because everybody,
Yeah.
everybody, I bet booked one because everybody's flights
Everybody did it. Yeah.
canceled for
Yeah.
days.
So
Oh.
I was like, okay, we'll figure out the driving thing, but we're still driving. So, then we have to put in a request for the bags. We go to the baggage claim. I'll try to pop it up on the screen if I remember.
Yeah.
I send it to you guys, the videos.
Oh yeah,
At
bad.
least on United, at least 1,000 bags were missing. Like
Crazy
no
amount.
owner, just because they were
Hanging
like,
out.
there's nowhere. They had nowhere to go. You know what I mean? They had no
Mhm.
idea where to go. So
Yep.
was like, fuck. So I'm smart and have a bag that looks like everybody else's in this world. Medium, 4 wheels, handle, black.
Oh yeah.
Looks like every fucking bag on it.
Every single one. Yeah.
Right.
Which is it's normal. I mean,
So looked forever, couldn't find it. Hers, luckily, bigger, hard shell, bright fucking green. So I'm like, okay, that's good. I feel like mine was gonna be the hard one because the color, 2 because it was green tagged. I felt like it would be in a
Mhm.
different spot or unknown
Yeah.
location. You know what I mean?
oh yeah.
The
definitely.
checked might be a little easier. Hers was bright green. It was checked. I was like, we'll find that one right away.
Mm.
Couldn't
Yep.
find it for like we were there for like 2-3 hours looking, and we went to the southwest side just to look. It got mixed up, maybe. Who knows? It was
Mhm.
fucking madhouse.
Yeah. They
Absolute
just had them sitting there.
chaos.
The bag just
Panic
sitting there.
everywhere. People screaming. Absolute
Yeah,
insane.
people dying, dude.
Southwest had at least 3,000 bags. Maybe no 2,500. I
That
think
video you sent, it looks like they just
that is like
stopped.
you know how
everything
long that fucking airport is? Like it was just
all the way down.
all the way down. Like it was just a sea of bags, and they're all bumper to bumper.
Uh-huh.
It literally is
It was
probably
fucking
like
insane.
it's probably like the military. Like I don't know if
Yeah, pretty much. You get really good at finding bags when everyone has an olive drab green sea bag, and the only
Yeah.
thing that can
Oh,
tell
shit.
which one's yours is your tiny little name-taped name on the bottom of it that normally falls off.
Yeah. So,
So
it's
like
good
you
luck.
are super good. Like I identify that one. I know that chipped paint on that lock and that this and that.
Yeah.
that
True.
one's mine.
Wow.
Here's the thing.
Yep.
My bag, the medium, small, black bag, I had a tag with her name on it.
Mm-hmm.
What that was from an old flight, so I had 2 of them on there. No flag, or no bag had 2 stickers on the top.
That's
just
not
one,
good at all.
Yeah.
unless it stands out.
Yeah.
I'm looking at these bags, like sea of bags on the United side. We just saw that we went to the Southwest side, couldn't say anything, weren't bothered. They had that bitch locked up. Like you needed a fucking permit to go check out those bags. They
Crazy.
didn't want everybody scrambling around looking around
Yeah.
for because there's so fucking many bags.
Mhm.
So, back to the United side. I'm looking at this small section. They got construction constantly at this fucking airport. So, we went around the corner. We found another, like, fucking 300 bags. We're like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
neat.
in this random corner. I'm looking, and I just, like, for some reason, I'm like, I'm going to look at that one. It's my fucking bag.
There was.
I literally just walked right up to it. I just was like, this? I saw the tag on the bottom, the 2 tags.
You're
I'm
like, no way.
I literally was like, no fucking way. This is the hard one to find.
Yeah.
I fucking grabbed it. I'm like, sure enough, that was my bag.
That's crazy.
That was luck.
Could have been.
Big time. Lucky. lots of unluckiness on the trip. That was very lucky.
That could have been a lot worse. Yeah.
I'll take that. So,
wow.
but then we like go talk to a few more people. Customer service lines are still long, but like not too long. Like it was about 30 minutes probably to wait. So we're like, fuck it, we gotta talk to somebody, figure out where this fucking green bag is, because if we're not seeing it, that's an issue. So, we talked to them, and they said, well, it's not inside because you guys can't find it, so it's got to be outside. So they said, we're gonna estimate you about 8 hours, and we'll find the bag for you. We're like, motherfucker, 8 hours? It's midnight when we were in the line.
Yeah.
Midnight. It's like,
Well,
that ain't gonna happen. So got a hotel room, went back, came back. They said still trying to find it by the time we got back in the morning.
Slid him a Benji and said, look, you got a deal. You go find my bag.
They would have been like, yeah, I'll wipe this with my fucking ass, because that's all I can fucking do.
It's like nothing.
Yeah. So
oh, man.
couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And we talked to like 3 more people. The third chick we talked to, I don't know why she was the only one that could help us or tell us this.
Yeah.
She goes, it's in Boise. We're like, what? What do you mean
the
it's
whole
in Boise?
time you've been hunting?
Yeah. Why are we
hunting
here?
for it?
And the bag's in Boise. How does that make any fucking sense?
Yeah.
She
How
goes,
did it get there?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why weren't we on that flight?
Right.
Should have rode in the
Exactly.
belly
She's
of
like,
the plane.
couldn't tell you, but that's where it is. So
That
next,
is messed up. They kicked you off the plane, then they're like, ooh, let's get this group on. Like, nah, separate group.
or they just sent the bags by themselves or some shit.
They
It's like,
could have.
no,
I
but
don't know.
still fucking ridiculous how there was a mystery flight that went out. One
Yeah.
flight. Because when the fucking airport was fucking shut down. So
That is pretty fucking goofy.
so whatever. Dilly was clutch, and the next day I went to the airport, picked it up. So
Yeah, I went to the baggage claim, saw it was bright green. I was like, there it is. And then I walked
Just
up
right
to
away.
it. Walked up to it. Some guy's like, whoa. And he like stopped me. He's like, you looking for a bag? I'm like, yeah, that one. And it's right behind him. And he's like, need some ID. And I'm like, I could have just been like, soup, and then just gone, because it was bright. It was
would have
the
shot
only
you.
yeah.
Yeah, it would have
He
been,
would have shot you.
been bad.
So yeah,
It
Dilly
would've
got
been
it.
bad.
Dilly got it.
Death by bag.
But then so we had it was 5 days. Or 4 or 5 days was the next flight
Yeah.
to Boise. And that was if the weather was okay. So.
Yeah.
And it has been foggy, so who knows? So
Mm-hmm.
it would have been yesterday. I think we would have flown in yesterday.
Finally got in.
Yeah. So we said fuck that,
Mm-hmm.
because we can drive in 2 days if we take our time. Which the
Yep.
weather was looking a little rough, so we said that's probably best. Dad's clutch. They're coming and visiting. They're gonna take it back, but he gave me his truck, which was fucking insane. Because
Yeah.
he again, I preface this at the beginning of the story. He felt fucking incredibly bad. So he again, the giving came out big time. He's like, just take the truck, go, son, get back home. Because I wanted to get Marin back for her birthday. Because
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
we would have missed her birthday if we flew. So.
That's
Yeah,
pretty-
so we
pretty
drove, and we made it in a couple of days. The weather was a little bad, but his truck killed it. So,
Did you stay the night in like Ogden or something?
Green River, Utah.
Mm.
Because we started the first day late. So, went through Grand Junction the first day. Got to shore all the town. Not much to see, but a little bit, always action there. But
A
not
lot
the
of
action you
meth
want to be
Yeah,
in.
meth action.
good. Yeah.
Right.
Not the.
So, but we're the lucky ones again. Got to see family for Christmas. It was a really good time. Traveling, fucking nightmare, especially because the last time I was on the plane, I had a fucking whole day delay. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's going on. Just
Yeah.
shit. The airport, just shit.
It's doo-doo.
Southwest went on strike, so well,
Oh,
fuck.
yeah.
Are you just looking at that?
Yeah. I don't know why.
I don't know, but I got that for Christmas. Pretty sick. So it's a Colorado sign. You put beer caps in it for all audio listeners.
Yeah.
Dilly, what's the coolest thing you got for Christmas? Real quick. Finish up the Christmas.
I got Just kidding.
This
so-
fucking guy. Can you believe this guy?
Well, I got it. I got a Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah.
That is the
Not the
coolest thing
sign?
by far.
Are you using that? Is it being a productive tool for you?
It actually is. It
he
actually
did.
is.
He actually called 911 with it.
Yeah, I
so.
called 911, almost passed out. So it actually works really well. I'll
Bill's like,
explain that.
Why
Well, I
didn't
had
we
the
start the pod with this?
I know, right? Well, I'll sum it up real quick. I had a fever. Turns out, this is Friday evening.
This is
Turns
gonna be
out,
good.
I think the thermometer is not very accurate because I think it was a little bit higher than it was. But it was like 101. It was 101 point something. Like let's say like 101.8.
The watch was saying you were that?
Oh no, I had a thermometer, electronic
A real one put under your
one
tongue.
under my tongue, and I was like, and maybe there's I should have put it on my ass or something. I don't know if there's something that's more
You
accurate.
can get real
So because that's what
high quality temperature.
silver, bullet.
Yeah, the silver bullet.
Yeah. So Yeah. So
I do remember that.
pretty much, I was like, boy. So I really, this was the, when you got the flu that first night, you can't sleep, and I have fever. So I stood up. I slept all right. I went to sleep at like 6:30. I felt like doo-doo. Woke up at like, it was like 11:30. and then I was like, ooh, I like walked around for about 5 minutes and I was fine. Then I started to feel really nauseous, and then I started sweating, and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna puke. And then I was like, oh, my arms feel like TV static. And then I was like, I can't feel my arms. And then I was like, I'm gonna pass out. And I was like, I'm by myself. And then I was fighting it. I was really fighting it, and then I couldn't see, like when you have a head rush, when you can't see. And so so then I couldn't see, and I'm like, oh, and my arms went like straight, and I couldn't control my body, and then I was like, I'm dying. I was like, and then I had the watch, and then I squeezed the little button, and Siri's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, 911. And then so I called them, because I had nobody else here at the moment, and I was like, well.
Call them, and you're like, you're my only friend right now.
Yeah. I called them. Well, Tanner's out there, partying in Breckenridge or some shit.
All right.
Anyway. Only the nicest, baby.
And so then, anyways, I almost passed out. I was very, very close. And then they, the guy, 911 operator's like, all right, go ahead and make sure your pets are locked up, and then go ahead. I'm like, motherfucker, dude, I'm calling you because I'm fucking dying. Now I could care less about. I'm not gonna get organized when you guys come here. I'm like, this is not, this is emergency. So then, like, there's like firemen and paramedics, and that snowstorm we had.
Yeah.
And they like swarmed in the house and like stomped their boots everywhere, which is totally fine. They can do whatever they want, But I was just like,
especially if you're dying.
Yeah, especially if I'm dying. So then they hooked me up to everything, and they go, yeah, your vitals are fine, and I'm drenched in sweat, and I'm like,
bullshit.
I'm looking at them, and I'm like, and this guy's like, do you want to go to the hospital? One of the paramedics, and I looked, and I waited for like 10 seconds, and a lot of people, I don't know if a lot of people know this, maybe some don't, I found out recently.
It's like $4,000 if you take the ambulance.
Yeah, and it's free if they just check on you, check your vitals. So I was like,
I didn't know if it was free. I
Yeah.
didn't know the free part.
My parents actually let me know about that when they're all about that deal, wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, they wheel and deal.
So
and they
Of course,
steal.
people, your parents know how to fucking swindle pennies out of a hospital.
it's actually
Of course, the
That sounds
fucking
awesome when
the
you say
Dilly
that- say it
family
like that.
will be the ones that are like, if you want to get a free things out of a fucking hospital, I got
Well,
you.
My mom was like, "Oh, it's paid for by your taxes. Don't worry about it." I'm like, "I don't know if that's how it works, but I'll take it." And so she actually
It's
told me
not
that.
$4,000. That's all you know.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
she did tell me she told me that happened to tell me that like a week before. Actually, Tanner was I was on the phone with her, and nice.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
that.
that was a good one.
And so they
Kitty
checked
cat?
everything, and they said, do you want to go to the hospital? And I said, no, I'm all right. And my arms were still tingling, and I started to get my feeling back, but I was
Yeah.
like, so they left, and I just stayed up for a while. It was a little freaky. I was like, because I couldn't call Tanner. I'm like, and there was no one that could help necessarily. I could have called you if it was like, but I just needed to get better, and so I had some electrolyte drink, and then
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
got a little bit better.
You know what always
but-
fixes you up when you're
What's
that
that?
sick? The nice, freezing cold bathroom tile floor.
Ooh.
Yes.
That shit always hits
Oh, my
different.
God,
When
it
you
really
are sick
does.
as
You
fuck
just sit down.
and you just lie down on your
On it.
bathroom floor,
Yeah.
ready to puke whenever you want, and you're just like,
It's
oh,
true.
the
Like,
fucking
oh.
cold on my face and my arms
Dude.
and my leg just feel
Just thinking about that
like
is so funny.
heaven.
I just realized too. I'm gonna tell you this. I was gonna mention back to the Apple Watch. It did measure my heart rate when I was having that episode,
Mm-hmm.
and it was 127 beats per minute, and I was standing still.
So it's like you were on a treadmill.
I was like I was sprinting, and I was laying on the floor. So I was like, and they're like, "Yeah, your vitals are fine." I'm like, "Huh." I'm like, they weren't 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, they would be fine if I just got back from a run, but clearly I didn't.
Yeah, I was like, "Woo!" So I thought that was funny. But anyways, like you're saying,
I
tile
thought
floor
I thought Mail was gonna give you shit for calling.
for calling it.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
give you
I-
shit for saying like when right before we started this podcast, Inside Baseball for This Just Might Work podcast. Every single time we're like, okay, what we're gonna talk about? We have our Google Doc where we put ideas, and Tanner's like, "You got anything?" And Dilly goes, "Nope, I ain't got nothing. Nothing really happened."
Almost died.
We talked. So Tanner's pushing this story
Oh.
about getting luggage. Getting luggage.
I get
Hey,
my
it was
luggage.
interesting.
walking in a line for 4 hours and getting luggage
And then I brushed over how I almost
And
died
you-
on my bathroom floor.
and whatnot, just because we need stuff for the fucking podcast. You over here almost fucking died, and you're like, I ain't got nothing, dude. I ain't fucking got nothing.
That's
dude.
all I got. I couldn't think of I can't think of anything.
Dude,
new.
you should have been dying, and you should have been like 911.
And then
Also,
it
put this on the Google Doc.
on. Yeah.
I'll give you access to my email. You gotta write this down.
Also,
That's-
remind me to
it's true.
put this on the Google Doc. This is a
Right.
great story.
It is. It was good. It was
Siri,
very good.
Remind me. Put a reminder.
Put a reminder. to
Um,
put this
could've
on
done
the
that.
Google
Yeah, how
Shout out Apple.
this is a perfect example of why you should write it down.
Doc.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
it
just
is a
fucking
good
completely
example.
were like, what happened? Nothing really. Almost
That's
died.
hysterical,
but, you know.
actually.
So it was. Yeah.
All right.
I'll
pretty
get better
funny.
at that.
So, but you made
anyways.
it back. You still have Peepaw's truck,
Right.
but
Ridiculous.
Yep.
But
driving great.
they're coming in like a week and a half, so
Yep.
it should be fun.
Dilly's surviving again.
talk about it.
No. Wait,
okay.
what?
Talk about what? I don't know. You're gonna
All
say.
right, we're moving on from different. To
I have
different
no
topics.
idea. He got Apple Watch is why we got onto that.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Thank
right.
God.
Yeah,
Thank God
so-
I asked him about the Apple
So
Watch.
you're happy with the Apple Watch? It's a nice
I am.
purchase.
Nice
You're ha-
purchase. I got a case actually.
Nice.
Real-
Okay, cool.
real cheap
So you
case.
are
What-
using it.
I'm using it.
You're
Yep.
definitely using it.
Dude,
Jesus
just tracking my
Christ.
steps. I got 12,000 steps.
You've
one day.
used it for
Lot.
more uses than some people have ever even thought to use it in calling 911. So,
Yeah, it's good. Real
Well,
good
no, it works.
accessory. Like
So-
it. Shout out to Apple.
right.
Saving lives.
what's the best thing you got?
Best thing I got. Probably a whoopee blanket.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna say whoopee cushion.
Yeah, a whoopee. So
What's
Whoopee.
a whoopee.
I like it.
Whoopee. Okay.
whoopee.
Just big,
It's
nice.
so
Like a
my
rubber
brother
blanket?
got it, so
Okay.
he knew I was gonna go mental for it.
Okay.
Kate. Okay.
Cat. Anyways,
You
Okay.
saved it.
so what?
Or sending that. So yeah, my mom, my sister,
Right.
lady
Lady.
had no fucking clue why I was so excited about it. My brother did, because he's in the military.
Nobody
he's
else
in the
had any
army.
idea?
He's in the army. Well, do you know what a whoopee blanket
Well,
is?
that's true.
Yeah, exactly. So it is you got for the Marine Corps at least. I don't know how the Army and the Air Force issues out their gear,
Okay.
but for the Marine Corps at least, you get your general issue everything
Right.
that you have to turn back into SIF and everything, and so that's shit
Right.
that you don't own but you always use. So it's like your Kevlar helmet, your
see.
plate carrier,
Makes
your main pack,
Yeah.
your backpack, your water sources,
Right.
your this and that and blah blah blah. And one of them's your sleeping systems, and your sleeping system
Right.
is normally 3 parts.
Okay.
It's a bivy sack,
Okay.
which a bivy sack is basically a tent bag
I see.
that you sleep in. Instead of
Yep.
having an actual tent, you just have a bag that you
Right.
slide into.
Okay.
So that's cool.
Sounds
And
awesome.
It's claustrophobic.
Right. Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's very claustrophobic.
Okay.
And then you got your sleeping bag, which is just like a regular sleeping bag.
Of course.
And then you've got your whoopee blanket. And your whoopee blanket is basically like a thin sleeping bag,
Okay. Really?
essentially.
But it's a blanket.
Yeah, so it's like made out of polyester, nylon, stuff like that.
Damn.
So you can like put that inside of your sleeping bag and have it extra warm.
Wow.
And all the dudes fucking love it. Like you have like fucking 3 a.m. watch on a field op. Like it's 3 a.m. No one's getting the fuck up. You have a watch and you just have to watch this fucking barbed wire fence for the next 2.5
Right.
hours. You're just gonna sit there with your fucking weapon, your M4,
Right.
on your chest and wrapped around in a whoopee blanket and just be
Wow.
warm.
No shit.
So it's
Yeah.
deeper than just the
Like
blanket.
standing up or
Yeah, so like there's 3 fucking things that every single dude wants to keep from his SIF.
I see.
His whoopee blanket, his
Okay.
waffle top
I
jacket,
see.
and his beanie. They only let you keep the beanie.
Ah.
Wow. So you went.
But now
crazy.
you have one.
I have one.
That's sick.
So I was
Wow.
really fucking
Yeah, you'll have to
happy
show it to me next time.
Yeah, I wanna see it.
It's fucking dope. I
have
love
to
it.
bring it for the pod.
Yeah.
That sounds sick. That's gonna be the
Mhm.
coolest one.
That's cool.
I'm trying to think. I mean, we did White Elephant. I got like a Nachosaurus. It's like a
We're so
dinosaur.
impressed by it.
I love
It's
this
just-
fucking thing. I used it for the football party last night. It's awesome. But it's just like a dinosaur thing that holds chips, and then there's like dip on the side. Nachosaurus, baby. Got that. That might be the funniest thing I got. But Maren, girlfriend, got me Boise State football jersey. Fucking sick. White
Yeah.
one.
Oh
Wanted
yeah.
to get the white one. I don't know. Looked nice. It was the
Whose
coolest one.
name?
Nobody.
Hmm.
But it's fucking
What
sick.
numbers?
Love it.
Classic. But it looks sick. And I've had every Boise State jersey since 2002. And I don't have the new 4 ones. So
So that was perfect.
Fair enough.
right. So
There you
now
go.
I have
Absolutely
one.
perfect.
Now if I get the orange, the blue, and the black one, I have every jersey in for the last 20 years for Boise State. So.
Wow.
Pretty insane.
Yep. So it's like the only thing I fucking asked for Christmas or my birthday for my whole life. So,
Yeah.
and there's only so many
Good
jerseys.
stuff.
So, but that probably is the coolest one. So maybe that's a good segue into the football. Should we just go right into that? Or
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just
brush it over real quick.
Yeah, we'll high speed through
Just
this.
give it a
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, we'll speed through.
All right.
So yeah, college football playoffs happened,
Right.
and I went 2 for 2.
You
for-
did. Both you did.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
I think I was 0 for 0, actually.
Yeah,
I think
can't remember. Boise State played after we recorded the last one. I can't. No, yeah,
Boise
before.
State?
Yeah, never mind.
their bowl
yeah.
game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
they played before,
We,
so
yeah, we talked
we don't
about
have to talk about that. Yeah, so for the playoffs, because that's the ones that really fucking matter.
Yeah, let's just talk about that one.
Yeah, so fucking TCU, Michigan. TCU fucking just went away with it instantly. Michigan started clawing their fucking way back.
It was a really close game in the end.
Yeah, but in
we'll
the end,
say-
TCU held out and fucking pulled it off, which is fucking lit.
There was a couple calls that were pretty controversial. I don't know if you saw them.
No.
There was a touchdown play that Michigan had,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll try to remember to show it to you after the pod. Literally scored it, like caught it on the goal line, and he like bobbled it at first, but he like fell on his back, bobbled it, but caught it and then rolled.
Uh-huh.
But by the time he was like had the ball, he was like
Mhm.
2 yards in the end zone.
That's Tanner's.
Fucking shit out
You
of
know
here.
what?
This isn't mine.
We're not sponsored. Anyway.
That's
Didn't we
fine.
get that name right
You're
off
right.
like shit?
You're right. I had to
Why'd
get
you
it.
put that sticker on your fucking?
Well, why are you
tri-
talking, dude?
Stupid broad. Anyway.
My God.
So, there you go. Better.
You're right.
All right.
So yeah, but literally rolled into the end zone with the ball 2 yards in.
Mm-hmm.
They said he landed at the 1, and everybody's like, "Wait, what do you mean landed at the 1?" But they called it a touchdown, obviously, because he was like halfway
Right.
into the end zone by the time there was a signal.
Right.
Then they reviewed it. His butt is like on the goal line
Mm.
when the ball hits his chest,
Mm.
but it hits his chest, then hits his arms, and then he rolls, and then holds the ball. So he didn't have possession until like 2-3 yards in to the end zone.
Okay.
And they somehow, some way, it was actually a really bad call. And I hate to say that because I think they get it right most of the time, like 95% of the time. This one they've absolutely got wrong. Here's the worst part about it, is they marked him down because they intercepted the ball the play before that. They marked him down 2 yards behind where he actually was down. So they messed up the spot. Because he got tackled on the 49 on TCU side, but they put him on the 49 of Michigan side. They thought they got the wrong 49.
Right.
So if they gave him that 2 yards, he would have been like 2 yards into the end zone by the time he touched the ball. So
right.
would have been a touchdown. Messed up that call. Messed up that. God damn, he ain't got to climb like that over
Yeah,
the damn
she said-
jaw.
Yeah, she just
Jeez.
she says, "Sup, I'm showing up,
My God.
making my regular appearance."
Say something one time.
Nope.
The one time you don't fucking talk?
To me, that was a lot.
A lot. We'll get it.
All right. Anyway.
So, can you not? Oh, there it was. There was a little something. Why you gotta go right on my fucking lap?
All right.
Go right here. So the first spot was bad.
Mhm.
Second spot was literally a terrible fucking call. Like
Mhm.
terrible fucking call. The next play, so first intercepted it.
Mm-hmm.
They marked him down the wrong 49. The next play after that, missed call on the spot. Should have scored a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
The next play after that, they fumble. TCU gets the ball.
Mm.
Literally, absolutely fucking screwed them
Yeah.
so bad. And then TCU went and scored another touchdown. They had like
Right.
a 3-touchdown lead at that point. So
Mm-hmm.
it looked like it was like, ooh, that changed the game. You know what I mean? Which is bad and sucks. So, but TCU did play really good football game. They deserve
Yeah.
to be in the Natty. Really crazy that they are.
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
Yeah, and pumped also. Yeah. Biggest highlight is all 4 teams across all 2 games really showed that any of those teams, if they were in the Natty, deserve to be in the Natty.
Yep. They were the best 4 by
Yeah.
far.
So definitely, even though there's a lot of controversy, and like we've even talked about how
Standing there.
the whole fucking 4-team playoff series is a fucking joke and pretty much is just allows their big names that people want to see there for ratings to
Right.
be there.
Right.
But
This time
in this sense,
it was legit.
This playoff is like this.
Yep.
the ones that are there deserve to be there.
And the crazy,
Because so we had that little party New
Right.
Year's Eve here, and we were watching the Georgia and fucking Ohio State game.
correct.
That was a hell of a game.
Really good game. Like back
Yeah.
and forth, just slugging it out. I didn't know what team was going to
Ohio
win.
State was leading for such a long time, and then they Georgia barely squeaked past them again.
Yeah.
So
And then Ohio State came back. Then Georgia took 1 point lead with
yep.
50 seconds left.
And then a fucking kicker.
Did you see the video? This is what I was going to talk about right before we started the pod, but I was like, I'm going to wait.
Mm-hmm.
He missed the kick exactly at midnight.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Which I don't know. Is that people just making shit
No,
up?
I looked at my phone. It was 10 o'clock on the dot. Like, on the dot.
Damn. So yeah, literally, he went into the new year fucking up.
Literally,
Yeah.
like the
Dude, that's
first
so
seconds
sad.
of the new year.
But
For him,
yeah,
oh.
so
But imagine if he fucking made it. Though.
It would've
yeah,
been crazy.
that would have been so mental
That would've
because
been
he
the
would have won the
Greatest college football field goal of all time.
game. Yeah,
Oh,
literally
yeah.
at
Oh, yeah.
ball drop won the game.
Yeah, that'd be fucking insane.
But
The
yeah,
exact
Still
second.
crazy though. Like the
Mhm.
timing's like
oh yeah, it is.
weird.
Yeah, it is
Weird.
crazy. It is weird,
Weird timing.
cosmic.
Yes, it is.
But yeah, like I mean, I instantly called it out, and I had you
Yeah.
use the powers that be to fucking rewind the footage because I wanted to watch that. Obviously, the kicker is going to be crucified, but I hope a lot of sports players and people that have been in the position
Right.
come forward and say it's not the kicker's fault entirely. And Lady had a great point about this
Okay.
because Lady's not the biggest football person. It's like, why didn't the team work harder so that way it wasn't going to come down just to the kicker? Like, there was more things that
It is
messed
a
up,
very valid point.
which is an extremely valid point. It's like, if Ohio State played a better game, if the defense held the Georgia to a lower score, if the
Obviously-
offense scored more, then it wouldn't come down to the kicker needs to make this.
It's a really good point,
Mm-hmm.
but obviously it's subjective because they are playing the number 1 team in
Yeah.
the country, the defending champs.
True.
To put your spot in you have the chance to kick the last play to win the
Mhm.
game
Yeah.
is honestly a really good spot to be in. So.
Yeah, exactly. So that dude's unfortunately going to be snapshotted as the
Okay.
failure.
I know what you're going to say. I'm going to let you
Pat-
say it because I have like a counter
Yeah.
argument. I've
And
thought about it a little
People need to talk to Pat McAfee. I'm just waiting for Monday to come around.
bit. Right.
Him to like show the footage and him to talk about it because I guarantee he's going to talk about it because he had a very similar experience at West Virginia.
Okay.
Where-
right.
Big bowl game for West Virginia. Everyone thought it was huge. He missed a kick, and he thought he was going to run away to Mexico and never see anybody again and take up a new name because he couldn't
Right.
live with himself anymore. When you watch the footage, I'm pretty positive. Obviously, I'm not. I never went to college for football. I didn't even play football in high school or anything. But
Right.
I have buddies that played. I've watched enough football to say, and I've listened to enough people like Pat McAfee talk to where I'm like, okay, I'm pretty positive he fucked up.
Right.
The holder also fucked up.
Right.
You have to have the stitching where the fucking you put your fingers to grip the ball and all that shit.
Right.
Where that shit's aiming is normally where you're fucking hitting.
Normally.
Just
Yeah.
like how when you're playing golf, wherever your lead foot is pointing is probably where the ball is hitting.
Yeah.
Right. If you
So
mainly,
more
obviously.
like I don't know, like I'm sure like kickers are going to say like 40% of the kick is the hold or something like that cuz like a lot of times kickers
Well, of
like do the
course,
kickoff and shit like that. It's like that thing has to be perfectly aligned. If I want to hit it at the 2-yard line on the left side on kickoff, I need the laces pointing this exact way. So kickers might say 40%, 60%, I don't know. But I know it's a big giant portion of the kick to be
So-
successful is the hold, and it looked like the holder fucked it up and shot
the
the
ball was
stitching
just-
left.
Yeah, ball was just tilted left like a little
Yeah.
bit, like not all the way, but like kind of like maybe 75%.
Yeah.
you know?
Like
not
y-
100%, but
Yeah.
75%.
Like you could see the white. Like here, if you can grab the Boise State
Oh yeah, it's right here.
football, so we can show what
Little
I thought
representation.
I saw. So, so regular college football and whatnot. So you have these white ribbons on only half the ball with the lacing. So
Right.
what I saw from that camera angle is the ball, instead of being straight like this, where if it is straight, you don't see any white, you don't see the laces, you
Right.
just see
Just the back of the
Brown.
ball. Yep.
yeah, you just see the back.
Right.
I saw it shifted like that. So
Right.
like I saw
Right.
that little bit
Little
of
bit.
white ribbon, and I was like, that shit is pointing left,
Right.
Yeah.
and it did shank left hard.
Oh yes,
really hard.
So,
really
like,
hard. So
hard enough to where I'm saying it's not all the holder, but I am saying
it's still mostly
the
the kicker.
holder
because
had a big contribution to what just happened.
right. And yes, mostly the kicker still.
Mhm.
I have a counter argument to it because I have wanted to be a kicker, so I looked into all this shit, and I've talked to a lot of kickers. Well, first of all, the boy kicked it this way. Like, it was in the air going this way.
Yeah,
That's how you know how bad he fucked
Yeah,
up.
it wasn't going.
It wasn't even.
It wasn't
like
going
this.
ass over tea kettle. It was
doing
frisbee.
this.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was doing a frisbee
Not
spin
good.
instead of ass over tea kettle.
That's
So the kicker fucked it up. Also, I'm not gonna say it was all the holder, and
Right.
I'm not gonna say it's all the kicker. I'm gonna say it's a combo.
Here's the counter argument. Some kickers like it turned.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because what if on like golf and shit,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, fuck, I hook it just a little right. You know what I mean? I'm gonna turn a little bit left.
They like
You know
try
what I mean?
to
Right.
purposely do that.
It's a thing. Absolutely.
That
with
is a
football.
thing. I don't think that it's his thing though, because after the kick, you saw the kicker lift up
up
the
That's a good
like
point.
the
That's a
holder.
good point. Yeah.
The holder
Looked
instant
more sad.
Yeah, the holder looked more distraught and
Yep.
broken than the kicker did. The
Yep.
kicker grabbed the holder by the shoulder pads, lifted it up, patted him on the back, and started walking away.
Right.
Like the holder, the second the football left his finger, he knew it wasn't going to hit. He
Right.
didn't look up. If you watch that footage, he did not look up to see if that kick was going to make it, because the second he did not have a touch on that football,
Right.
he instantly knew that ball was fucked up and was not going in.
Right.
So
Yeah. No, all from the beginning it was fucked.
Yeah.
So
it was fucked from the
God,
start.
it's such a nerve-wracking play. Like
Mhm.
for those guys, can you imagine?
Yeah.
I mean, I have to fucking catch this perfectly and put it down. Well, I'm gonna show it.
Oh yep,
Mhm.
yep. Boom. Spin it.
Spin
perfectly.
that bitch right here, perfect. He spins it like here,
In in like
and
2
then it went
seconds.
that way.
Yeah, and a
Yeah.
lot of times, like, it's the punter that will hold for the kicker. A lot of times.
or a quarterback.
yeah,
Backup
it's
quarterback.
backup quarterback. I don't know
It's
how.
whoever good with their hands.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who Ohio State chose. Like, I
I
know,
don't know who it was.
like in the NFL, listen to Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee would hold for
The
Vinatieri.
guy did look more punter at, like,
Yeah, punter-esque.
he had more of
yeah.
a stature of a punter.
Mm-hmm. But who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's normal. Like, that's a huge part of whoever's game it is. It's a huge part of his game, because like a lot of times games are won off of field goals. Like that game was won off of a field goal, a missed field
Right.
goal. So like a lot of times that holder like just knows exactly how to spin that bitch perfect.
Right. Done it so many times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it was just he just missed it barely, just
Yeah.
barely, because he didn't fumble the snap or anything.
Yeah, the
The
snap
catch
was
good,
perfect.
the down, the spin
was just like-
wasn't enough.
Yeah, he just started spinning it on the ground and stopped it
Just too soon.
just a little too soon, and then
Yeah.
the foot already was there, so it's not like he could have adjusted
Yeah, you
it
got to
any
be.
further.
It's crazy how perfect you got to be.
And like a lot of times you see slow-mo footage where it's like they stop it and then they spin it just a touch more and then they
Right.
kick it.
Yes, like right before they kick it.
Yeah, that one it looked like he spun it, and he probably, if it was a different setting where like the kicker was like an extra 6 inches further back than normal,
Right.
he would have had time to go up, spin a little bit more. Now I'm good.
Right.
But in that situation, like he stopped it and the foot was already there, so
Right. Yep.
he wasn't able to adjust any further.
Right. So, and I mean, there's plenty of field goals. I mean,
Yeah.
that where they don't, they misspin it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So bad that the laces are damn near facing them,
Yeah.
and they still fucking crank it from 60 yards. So
Yeah, exactly. So
that's where
Who
it's
knows?
no matter what, the majority I think is still on the kicker.
yeah, I think a huge
But-
portion is on the kicker.
If the holder gets it down upright like this,
Mm-hmm.
75% on the kicker.
Yeah,
Right on that point.
I would say
Still.
if I had to guess, again, prefacing with never done the position ever
Right.
before,
Right. We're pretty close.
so
Yep.
pretty clueless. If I had to guess, just because of the frisbee spin, I would say it was 70% the kicker
Yep.
and 30% the holder.
Right.
The
So
holder shanked it to the left,
right, just a tad.
so that
He's
caused it.
still, if it's this way, still in a really good spot.
I
to
think
fucking
like
kick it.
if the kicker kicked it perfect with the hold that was there, I bet it would have either been just barely out to the left,
Right.
or just barely in on the left
Right.
side.
Right.
But I think the kicker just doubled down on the fuck up.
Well, what the commentators said, shout out, is it? Oh, I don't think it was. It's not Reese Davis. It's the other guy,
Mhm.
Chris. Fuck. Chris Fowler? Does that sound right?
I
Chris
think
Fowler
so.
sound right. Chris Fowler and Kirk Herbstreit. legends in college football.
Mhm.
What they were saying is it was such a long field goal, 50, I think it was.
Yeah, it was 50.
For college, that's up
Yeah,
there.
the record was broken earlier that day, and it was like
first game.
56.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like 56 yards or something. It's
Michigan
now
did
that is the new playoff record.
Right. And crazy that Ohio State almost hit nearly as long one.
Mhm.
But I think he was doubling down on the power. He's like, I
Yeah.
just gotta boot this fucker, and
Yeah.
he just hit it like here instead of like down here. You know what I mean? He just
Yeah.
cranked it.
Mhm.
So
Your voice crack.
so
I'm sorry, I'm getting congestion out of my throat. It's fucking stupid.
I get
So
that.
good.
So to finish up
Mhm.
college football, it'll be Georgia and TCU, and
Yeah.
the most unlikely of college
Outcomes
football
is
national championships.
yeah.
Which will make it really fun to watch. I'm pumped.
Pumped for
Really,
TCU.
really, really want TCU to win so bad.
Mhm.
It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Which
All
is
right.
funny because I remember at the very beginning of CU's fucking dog shit season that was this year, they played TCU and like obviously we got fucking hosed by them, and all of the CU fucking
Hosed.
fan base was like, "Fuck off! We don't even care if we lost to you. The best you're gonna get is fucking Las Vegas Bowl or the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl this year. So we
Right.
don't even give a shit about you.
Right.
It's not like you're Georgia or some shit. Now they're in the national championship playing Georgia.
So-
Against Georgia. So,
All right.
All right, fine. We'll fine.
Just give
Okay, fine. We'll stop
Every
this
time.
fucking sports topic for Dilly and
Last
move
thing.
on to a different sports topic.
Oh, I thought we were wrapping it
no,
up
but
though.
I
honestly.
wanted
Fuck
either-
no.
I'm tired, dude.
Fuck no,
You guys not
Dilbit.
tired?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Mel
All right,
wants to
I'm
go
next
for another
topic. So,
hour.
let's talk about something good. You know, something actually worth talking about. So we're gonna find something
This
that I
is
can
why we
pick
need
my
you to write
brain
shit
with.
down.
Really, anything. Spin a wheel. I should make a wheel.
Yeah, with topics. How good would that be? You wrote them
What's
down.
more interesting in sports? And then bing bing.
All right,
Snow.
what's your fucking
Boom. I'm just sorry.
What the
My mind's all over the
fuck?
place.
You are bored about sports, so you bring up fucking weather?
Dude, fucking air is better
Weather.
than sport.
Weather.
Dude. That's what old people bring up. It's way more interesting than sport. Old people brings up football game. I'm sleep.
Are you kidding me? Old people are the definition of boring. No wonder they talk about
Yeah,
fucking
what the
weather.
No.
fuck?
What are you talking? Are you calling me old?
Well, you fucking act like it. Look at your back. Question mark, boy.
Dude, you know what? At least I don't have an indented chest. If he wants to get personal, they'll get personal.
that was a good one.
Sorry,
Come on,
guys.
dude. I was born with it,
I
bro.
apologize. Well, I was born this.
No.
All right.
Fuck yourself.
Okay, we're gonna fucking move on.
Okay, you can do.
So-
you can do
Someone
that's fine.
fucking
You do sports.
Goddamn bent you over, give the old back to
I
him.
like this
Okay.
one. We're gonna fucking talk about
All
it.
right,
Tanner's
that's fine.
fucking thing.
That's all
So fucking best
No.
day to invest in real
Oh,
estate right now.
Jesus, not the one I thought you were going to pick. God, I want to. No. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, who cares? We can talk a lot. I don't care.
Well, I was just. The only other one I really want to talk about is maybe our. Nah, it's fine. We kind of talked about it before. The prom thing. But.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's gonna be a conversation, but yeah, we're
We'll
gonna
save,
talk.
we'll save it for another episode.
We'll save that one for another episode because that's gonna
Sounds
be a
good.
30-minute conversation
Right.
with you two.
Sounds good.
Listen in episode 67. We'll talk about that.
Uh-huh.
But you said kind of cut you off. Best state to invest in real estate.
Yep.
I want to say,
Yep.
give me three just off the dome piece.
We've kind
All
of
three of
talked.
us.
Yeah, so we've kind of talked. At least I've talked about this on the podcast a couple of times, where I feel like a lot of times it's a fad.
Right.
That makes it really good investing for 6 years or so.
Right.
And then it dies off, and so you kind of have to watch the TikTok trends, and you have to see people between ages of 18 and 30.
Right.
And where they're moving is the best places to go. So
Right.
in that sense, I think the top places right now to invest on real estate is top 3 states: Florida.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Coast.
Honestly, I'm seeing a shit ton of people move to Minnesota.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
I think I've heard that one. Yep.
Yep. Florida, Minnesota, and West Virginia is kind of blowing up too.
West Virginia. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I had when I broke down this fucking topic, I had like three I wanted to fucking bring up, but now I can't remember. It's been like
I don't know the
2
actual
weeks.
markets, but like from all the like
from what you think and what you've heard.
yeah, from what I've seen, what I've
Right.
heard about people moving, what like how people have been talking on the internet and whatnot.
I've heard.
Florida, Minnesota, West Virginia, I've heard more about recently than any other states.
And I knew,
Phoenix.
I know one you were gonna talk about.
Where's that?
Phoenix
North
isn't a state.
I mean Arizona. Sorry.
Uh,
Tired, dude.
Arizona's not bad. It's a little overinflated, but it's not bad.
Yeah. I just heard that's where
Um,
everyone's. Phoenix or Florida.
Yeah, a lot of people
I would
get
I would like to invest in Arizona. I think that'd be cool. But
yeah.
I kind of low-key hella fuck with Arizona. But North Carolina.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, tell us about it.
Oh, you're saying did you find stuff?
No, I'm just saying you would.
Oh, I
you
would
bring up-
definitely.
yeah.
I think
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't bring up North Carolina.
yeah, no, I think North Carolina is definitely going to blow. I think it's going to be a little while.
It's already
But-
blowing. It was last year's was one of the top 3. For
Really.
our that age group that I brought up, Raleigh, North Carolina was
No
one of
shit.
the top 3
It's
county, yeah, is it Raleigh County? I don't know, but the city at least is one of the
Raleigh,
top
yeah.
3
Yeah.
cities. It was like Boise, Raleigh, and Austin.
Yeah.
wow.
So yeah,
I think Salt
Crazy
Lake was
stuff.
up there too.
Yeah, it's a good area. I mean, it's
So
it's,
now
yeah.
sooner the better for all of these
Mhm.
places we're talking about. But
Yeah.
there's
think?
definitely some bad ones to not invest in. That's for sure.
For
Mm,
sure.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas.
It's cheap as
Weird
fuck,
ones.
but it's been cheap as fuck for the last 40 years for a reason.
Yeah.
True.
One of my
Where-
buddies was like, "Oh, you should look into investing in Arkansas because that's like cheap rent." And it's like,
Yeah.
cheap to invest there, and it's like, yeah, because it's Arkansas.
Yeah.
Like-
it's just a weird area.
Where we're at, Idaho,
Mm.
not the worst by any
Mm.
means, but maybe one of the harder ones to invest
It's
in.
dying off.
Yes.
I'm super happy about
I was
that.
gonna
Me
say,
too.
I've been watching
Gone.
investments today. Like this morning, I was on Zillow just looking at
Right.
all these properties.
I
There
love
are
it.
so many that are under 400,000 that was
Dropping.
nowhere that were at like 550.
Right. Half
8
$1
months
million
ago.
houses. Yeah.
It's so nice.
yeah, so
too.
it's like
so
it's getting better and better to start getting into the
Yeah.
market.
I know.
Not to get
trust me,
out of the market. It's not good. To
I've
sell
noticed. I'm just glad I got my fucking HELOC when I did.
yeah.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. I saw it. It dropped like 20 grand or something this place.
Mhm.
I was like, fuck. There goes 20 possible grand I can get from a HELOC. Realistically, maybe like 10, 5 to 10.
Mhm.
But still, I was like, shit. I got to do this now. Because the
Right.
price probably dropped.
Yeah.
This place is probably at like $390 now.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
I saw
down.
it at like $460, $470 at one time. So
yeah. That's the
Mhm.
crazy
it
thing.
dropped a shit ton. But I bet it's probably maybe around 400 now.
Yeah.
But still, dropped a lot, which is good for. But I don't give a fuck about the price. I ain't selling it. No,
Yeah,
I ain't
keeping
no plans on that for a
Yep.
long time, if ever. So
Mhm.
I'm not worried. I like the price going down because that means for another place, next place for all of us, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's definitely possible, but it's a very competitive market. Say the fucking least here.
Mhm. But I think the fad for Idaho is dying away.
Yeah, that's what I was
Very
gonna
much
ask
Which is
you.
nice. It can only handle so much. It seems like because Jesus,
Yeah.
fuck, the traffic's getting
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, I
Dude,
think
the traffic's
I think the fad is definitely dying off. Where it's like,
Do you think people
Yeah.
start leaving? Or
well,
no?
I think it was a product of just Boise being Boise.
yeah.
Like,
Well, location. I think the scenario with 2020 and stuff, and
yeah,
people
Working at
wanting to
home.
get out of fucking
Yeah.
shitty ass places.
yeah, people wanted to get shit. So COVID like hyper speeded it. But then once so many people got here, they realized like, because like it's not like we can just build another interstate to go through
Right.
Boise to make
yeah.
traffic lighter. We can't just
Right.
expand into the fucking foothills another
Right.
4 miles to make it easy and have
Yeah.
more space and this and that so it's less congested. None of that can happen. Like Boise's basically where it can be. So
Right.
all you can do is build up.
Right.
Which takes years upon years.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
a good point.
So like so that means all of the places that are here currently are way more expensive
yeah.
Right.
until those places open up. So I think people just got impatient. They're like, I'm not going to wait another 5.5 years for that apartment building that's 17 floors to open up. So yeah, I'm just going to fucking leave.
Right.
I don't have to
Yep.
wait this. I'm not going to wait that long. And this and that. And it's just going to get
True.
even busier. So I think people are starting to leave just because it's like
Or they didn't even have a chance to move here in
Yeah.
the first place. You know, like,
Boise was already at, it's
they're
like,
like 1,500.
Yeah.
Live there? No, I
Mhm.
can't do
Like,
that,
no
bro.
way.
yeah, like it was very
Look at the
quickly, I think Boise very quickly showed like
Restaurant on that.
they're at their maximum capacity.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there's not,
It
it's not
shows.
like Denver where it's just flat all the way around, so you can just keep on going further and further out.
Right.
It's like no, you kind of have this, and then you're done.
Right.
Because
Yep.
if you go any farther out into the desert, you hit Meridian, Caldwell, Kiowa, so there's already cities there, so you're fucked.
Yeah.
And those fuckers aren't going to sell their property.
Oh no way.
You're fucking. They're
Hell
not
no.
fucking
They're staying.
taking $1 billion for their property.
Oh,
they're
they're
fucking
staying.
staying where they are, and they're
I
going to
think
be
there
happy.
is some kind of law that
I
a
believe
town,
so, yeah.
city can force you out of the house.
Yeah, so there is a law. So yeah, that's something.
Is it the grandfather thing?
No, so that's
No,
a fun
that's a-
little factoid.
Oh.
The U.S. government can forcibly buy out your property. They can take your property from you. It happened in Parker, Colorado, when the reservoir was being built.
Oh, no way.
So how it works is the government they have to buy it for a purpose. They can't buy it just to have it
Just to have
and then like redevelop it into like condominiums or something like
Right.
that. They can't do that. They have to have like proper reasoning for whatever reason. I can't remember the exact like
Then again, they can
Yeah.
legal terminology about that.
they can come up with anything.
Yeah, so
Same time.
here's what the shady shit is about it.
Right.
So
It's very
like
shady.
what happened with the Parker Reservoir, if anyone goes to Colorado and they see Parker was used to just be ran off of aquifers. And
Right.
then it
Oh,
got
yeah.
bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's no fucking rivers around there.
Right.
Yeah.
There's just Cherry Creek, and that's it. So it's like, fuck. So they built a reservoir that was going to get filled up off of snow melt and rainwater and shit like that.
Right.
Across the whole entire area.
Right.
The only problem is the city didn't have the property. This guy that had a cow ranch or whatever, or horse ranch, he basically had like 300 acres or some shit like that. And on the edge of this town.
Right.
They bought it to put the reservoir on his property. And the dude was like, okay, I want $17.3 million or something like
Right.
some big number. It's like, this is 300 acres. I want well over $1 million,
Right.
well over multiple millions
Right, of
for this
course.
property because of the value of it.
Who
And
knows
he was
what
like,
they bought it for too.
and he was quoting like, look at the city growing. This is going to be high value real estate in like 6 years. So you
Right.
can't fucking just say this is cheap as shit dirt nothingness because there isn't nothingness because
Oh, yeah.
nothingness is big
Right.
and expensive here because
yeah,
that
it
means
is.
you can do something with it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The government said, that was fucking horrible. The government said,
Got to do it.
yeah, fuck you. So we brought in this guy that appraised the value of the land, and he said it was like 30% of what you're asking for. So this is what you get, and we're taking it.
Wow,
You
that was
can't say
it.
anything. That's
So
it.
he was like, fuck. So he got, like, obviously you can do lawsuits and shit like that, but he only got like 30% of his asking because of the appraiser that the government brought in said, yeah, it's worth this much.
Wow.
So- this is a good learning lesson for everybody listening that wants to invest in real estate or just buy real estate in general,
Yeah.
just to have a home or something. That should be nobody ever thinks about that. It's like,
Yeah.
right next to a school, that's a perfect location. Until the school 5 years later is like, we're
I need it.
expanding.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Mine, you know.
Yeah, or if you have a lot of acreage on the edge of the town when that town
Right.
wants to expand, stuff like that.
Mhm. So keep in mind.
Yeah,
of
it's not so-
city and businesses and schools.
yeah, like
sure.
it's nothing really that you need to concern about. Like this place is in a cul-de-sac in the middle of a neighborhood, nowhere near a major road or nowhere near a
Or-
school. So you no one's really going to realistically have a government say we're going to buy that.
Never know.
Mhm.
But-
Never know, but it's
Right.
But yeah, like if you're near a major
Or if you-
roadway, a government
And
building,
obviously, it doesn't happen overnight. Obviously, it's
Mhm.
like over like a couple months. It's like, all right,
Yeah.
well, this is probably gonna happen. You know, so
Right.
in that couple months, sell the fucking house. You know what I mean?
yeah.
If
Yeah.
at the very worst,
Yeah, exactly.
fucking
Before
sell
the
it for-
government can fucking say "fuck you," here's 30% of what
right.
you want. Just
Yeah,
instantly
sell
put
it.
it on the market and
sell
say,
it for 80% more.
Yeah,
than
it's
you
like-
get.
"Okay, government wants to give me 2.3 mil. I'm gonna put it up for
Right.
fucking 16."
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, do it.
so keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Um,
and understand fucking private realtors can't do shit.
right.
They can't force you to sell, no matter how much
Right.
people say they just. I couldn't say no.
Right. Yep.
Like what's happening in
true.
Franktown, like private
No
realtors.
shit.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
in and buy 6 different properties of like 15 acres and then build it all up into one neighborhood.
Right. Yep.
You
It's
never
crazy.
have to sell to them. You don't have to if you don't want to.
It's true. Right.
You can force them to fucking build a neighborhood. It's going to be shitty for you, but you can force them to build a neighborhood around your 30-acre plot.
Right. The
and
hard part
fuck
about
them over.
towns like that is there's so much like elderly people that have like farms and stuff.
Yeah,
there.
and they're like, we're about to die
They're
anyway.
like, fuck it, I'm going into a home. I'll sell my home. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then it gets turned into the ship. So,
Mhm.
or if it goes to like a grandkid or something like a kid or something like that, then
And they just
they'll
want the
sell it,
dollars.
yeah.
They have no connection to the property.
Right.
They don't care about the
Exactly.
community. So,
yeah. So that's a good lesson. I'm glad that's a topic all on its own. Is to
Yeah, the
think about
government
that. I'm
can-
glad we hit that.
The government can take your
'Cause
property.
that's serious. Because a lot of people don't think that, especially when they're trying to learn about investing in real estate.
Yeah.
You think, well, it is. I don't think it's an opinion, but I think it's kind of a fact. One of the best investments you can make, right?
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah.
doubt.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not 100% safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's why
so-
like you got to think about that. Like if you're
If you have a ton of places,
if
you're
you're
pretty safe.
across the street from a school,
Right.
you might have to be worried about that.
right?
If you're 3 blocks
Great
away
location for
yeah, because
in the
literally
meantime.
yeah,
but-
but if you're 3 blocks away from the school, basically still
True.
you're just right down the street, so you can walk to school every day, and all
Right.
your kids can walk to school.
Right.
All this
Yep.
and that. So you're great, but they're not gonna. The school isn't gonna expand to the point where they're gonna take over 3 blocks.
Well,
Right.
So you're not gonna have to worry about it as much.
this reminds me of Colorado Mesa University.
Correct.
Didn't they?
That
have-
happened literally.
Yeah, when we left, right?
I went there just
Mhm.
a few
Yeah.
days ago when we drove. I said we stopped in Grand Junction.
Oh yeah, you saw.
Went to the dorm, and there was
Mhm.
houses. I was telling you this.
Mm-hmm.
That house that we partied at, where that iconic video of us
Mhm.
jumping when nobody else was jumping.
Yeah.
That house is right next to the dorms.
mm-hmm.
Is it gone?
Yeah,
now?
it's gone.
It's
Well,
gone?
yeah, but colleges are very different because that is
Yeah.
private purchasing. Because like
Oh,
Right.
I
that's
see,
like
I
a
see.
private university. So like that's not
They still
necessarily.
do it this like
Yeah,
same
so
way,
that's not
though.
like a public elementary school or something expanding like that. That's like more the same as a private realtor
I see.
coming
Okay.
in and offering up like so much money they
Decent
can't
amount.
refuse it
Yeah.
kind of thing, and then expand that way. CU Boulder is doing the same thing, and now CU Boulder is getting a fuck ton of flack for it.
Really?
Right.
They are saying they are money grubbing, cash grabbing, fucking don't give a fuck about the students, don't give a fuck about the culture, don't give a fuck about anything except for lining their fucking pockets. Like they are getting crucified
Are they really?
Like really bad.
by Boulder, the people of Boulder, by the students, by the alumni, by everybody.
So what are they doing exactly?
They're expanding into the Hill.
No.
Do you know the Hill?
The Boulder Hill?
So like the Hill, if no one's ever been to Boulder and seen CU Boulder
exactly.
nightlife and everything else, pretty much where everything goes on after the football games and shit like that, and like on the regular Saturday nights for all the college students, you go to the Hill. The
Right.
Hill has like illegal Pete's, it's got the sink, it's got all these bars,
They
this and
wanna
that.
take
It's
it
got
away?
like some theaters for fucking this and that, and like
Yeah.
all this. Like you go to the Hill and you get fucked up and you get lit,
Right.
or you go to Pearl Street. But
It's
the Hill is
legendary.
literally right next to the campus.
Right.
So CU Boulder, they're trying to expand. They're trying to have more dorm rooms and stuff like that and everything else.
Right. Of course.
So they've already been expanding and they've been buying up like small plots, like just
Right.
houses and stuff like that for construction.
Of course.
Now they're
Yeah.
starting to do it on the Hill, and they're like just forcing these like iconic institutions, like
Right.
people that like went to CU Boulder, like generational fucking things. Like
Right.
an uncle went there in 1970 something, and he went to that restaurant and that bar and partied, and then his son did it in 95 and shit like that, and then
Right.
the grandkid now, or like or someone's nephew or something like that, another person in the family in 2011 went there
Right.
and also did the same thing. So multi-generational
Wow.
fucking
Yeah.
like experiences at these same exact locations, and now Boulder,
Wanna take
CU
it
Boulder
away.
is buying out those properties
And-
to make it a campus.
It's just
Yeah.
so sad.
So
So sad, yeah.
So it's kind of same lines. Same
Yeah.
lines. So
it's
Yep.
a private realtor kind of thing, but
Right.
like they are, so many people are so pissed at them.
right.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's like you want to be pissed at the school for doing that, but like in the end, they just offered so much money
I've
that
heard they
those
still
businesses
don't. They still
can't they can't refuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's 2 like apartment like house kind of things
Mhm.
that are like essentially on campus at CMU,
Yeah.
and these people just refuse. So yeah, we ain't selling.
They're like,
I
no.
like the location. We ain't selling.
So literally, their houses are wrapped around the campus.
Essentially like on
Yeah.
the campus. Yeah.
Oh, this is so close to the campus. It's probably
Yeah.
you probably walk 50
Yeah.
feet.
No.
Which
like
I
literally on
fucking
the campus.
Yeah.
love those people.
Yeah.
Where it's like,
I
I,
know,
don't give
same.
a fuck. Build around me.
Yep.
I don't give a fuck.
Go for it.
And
I
they do.
live at the school. Don't
I
matter.
think they do. They straight
Yeah.
up build.
No,
around,
there's
they're
I think
on
the
the
dorm room
campus.
is like connected to the house or
Yeah.
or
And it's
apartment
like,
or
guess what?
whatever.
Every single time I see one of your drunk students puking in my front yard, cops are getting called, and your college gets to talk about it.
yeah.
Your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, good for those people.
Yeah,
So-
I fucking love those people that hold strong. But it's like it's just so hard because like a lot of times these companies, like especially coming out of COVID and shit like that, like with restaurants and everything, like they're close to out of business already. So when a college, a major university like CU Boulder,
Right.
CMU or something like that offers them like, hey, you want to fucking have, we'll offer you 50% more than market value right now.
Right.
If you sell us this property.
Right.
And then whatnot. And they're like, fuck,
Deal.
50%
I
more
gotta
than
take it.
market value. Like that literally will take care of me for the next 15 years. That's like
Yeah.
almost my retirement fund.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy, and you gotta
Mhm.
commend those people for saying no to something like that. So
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's hard to say no to that.
It
That's
is.
a
lot.
life-changing amount of money.
it's a lot
It
of money.
is. Crazy.
So we can end on that, or we can talk about last night, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about it. a
So
little
real
bit.
quick, yeah.
Real quick. Dilly got fucked up.
Retired. Yeah, I got fucked.
How fucked up? What'd you drink?
So I had some. I'm a seltzer guy, openly.
He's such
you know,
a guy. Openly,
Like, I'll admit it.
female.
Yeah, seltzer. I like seltzer. So I had, I think, like 3 White Claw surges, and then
Surges are strong, to be fair.
surges are strong, and then I go into the bathroom because I had to pee, and I got iced. There was there was an ice smeared off ice.
Yeah,
in
it was literally in the toilet.
in the
but,
toilet.
Our boy Don, who was on the Halloween episode, or Christmas, Halloween.
Thanksgiving.
That's one.
Thanksgiving.
The last year, Jesus Christ, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Can we think about that? It's
We're doing this in a
2023.
year?
We've been doing this fucking pod for
A while.
now. Well, we haven't been doing it for 3 years, but 3 different years. So
Yeah.
that's pretty wild. So
Wow.
we're grinding, baby. We're getting better.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Don, he put it in there. How he put it in there, it was like perfect. It didn't touch the water. It was like
Mhm.
he couldn't
Oh,
put
I
it in there better. It was super
Couldn't
funny.
believe it. What did my drunk ass do?
These drunk ass fucking dropped it right through.
I go
right
to
in the
grab
water.
it and I
Yeah.
put my whole fist in the toilet water along with the smeared off, and I rinsed
Oh.
it off. No soap, nothing. I rinsed it off and fucking
And said,
cracked
fucking
it
cracked
open.
open. I'm ready.
And then
Mhm. Took an E, tried your best, drank about half of it, and then sipped the
Yeah.
rest.
yeah, pretty much
And then we played
Yeah.
Rage Cage.
Rage Cage, and then
And of course, Dilly
I
Dilly did not want to play.
because of the bitch cup. That is my
Dilly
fear,
did not want to play.
and it wasn't even a real one.
Of
thank
course,
God.
he gets fucking bitch cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were being nice and made it a bitch shot instead of a bitch,
Bitch
cup.
shot.
And that signed me. I signed my name and I said, "See ya" for the night. After that one, I was gone.
Yeah, you got it.
That was
I
it.
made your bish shot.
Oh my God.
It was gin, whiskey, Smirnoff Ice, seltzer, rosé, all
Got it.
mixed together.
Yeah, I was
My
like,
stomach
that's
was
gotta
like,
be
wow, 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 and then I
it.
just
It's a hangover and a shot.
yeah,
So that got you going
yeah, got me fucking. I
because
couldn't
you're already
stand.
zooming at that point.
Yeah, and then
You're passing out.
and everyone's like, "Let's go downtown." I was like, "Yeah."
Well, for reference, it was also like 9:30 at that point
yeah.
when you
Well,
took that shot.
and Mail.
Yeah.
We're like, we got 2.5 hours, baby, at least.
I remember I was joking around with Mail because Mail was like, "You got to drink," and I was like, "Do you want me to go downtown or you want me to not go downtown?" Because I was like, "I don't know if I can hang in there," and I did. I'm proud of
And
myself.
I was sitting on that couch talking to Dilly, and I was like, I want you to be a man. I want me to be a big man, and I want to make you proud. And you were like, you are such a fucking dad right now.
It's just how you
Yeah.
look too was so fucking classic.
Like I was wearing the same exact shit I'm wearing right now, just
A
with
beer-
a
Yeah.
fucking Coors Banquet in my
Coors
hand, and I
Banquet.
was like, I want you to just be a big man. I want you to be proud.
yeah, something with your I don't know your beard.
That was the
Are you always gonna have the beard?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know why I would not have
That's
it.
true.
same
It
with
looks
me.
great.
I like.
I'm jealous.
It's nice to
I'm
shave every
growing
once in a
mine out.
while, but yeah,
You
it's
both.
getting thicker.
You guys, your fucking beards,
Dude,
unbelievable.
mine came out of nowhere. Yeah, ours came out of nowhere. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Crazy.
yes, you got fucked up really early. It was a long night. To be fair, we started
Yeah.
at like 6:37, so we were
Yeah.
fucking going for
Sure.
a long time, and I was fucking exhausted because your boy is well. If you haven't could tell, and have listened to this podcast before, I like college football a lot.
Oh yeah, I live
like
with it.
a lot.
It's
So
blood.
I stayed up late. I was playing a game or something like that. I just happened to stay up late the night before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Got like 4 or 5 hours sleep, if that. Woke 7 o'clock college game day. Can't miss a minute of it. Watched that from 7 to 10. Then from 10 to 2, it was Kansas State, Alabama. Then from 2 to 6, it was Michigan, TCU. Then everybody came over for the 6 to 10 o'clock game. So I was going the whole day. So
He's cranked. Yep.
I was feeling pretty fucking exhausted at 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah.
Went
Yeah.
to the bathroom a couple times, splashed water on my face, said, "We got this."
I didn't think we were going downtown, and then when you guys were like, "We're going," I was like, "Oh my god!" And then I'm
I know
proud of myself.
If like Don, his girl, and then Pharaoh and his crew weren't going, then I would have
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have
Yeah.
gone, but
not. But
half the crew is going, so we're like,
if,
well,
if
fuck.
not more of the crew, most of the crew. Was
yeah,
going,
most
so.
of the crew is going, so we're
I-
like, well, fuck.
Fuck yeah.
Don't.
Because I was honestly pretty down for not going. But
I remember pieces.
it was
and
fun
Like,
though.
I wanted to go
I'm glad
downtown,
we
and
did.
yeah, the closer and closer we got to going to the fucking
Come on, Pit-
midnight, it was just like, ah.
Yes, I know. We're
Fuck
like
it.
half an hour.
We're
We're like, fuck. Do we really
I-
want to do this?
I was like I was so gone. I don't even remember. We got out of the Uber. I don't remember going to the potato drop.
Just remember somehow being there.
This is all I remember. I'm looking up. I'm like, 3, 2, 1, and that's all it was. It was like static in my ear, and I see fireworks and shit. And I'm like, I gotta sleep. I'm like, I need to just pass out. And then everyone's like, let's go to a bar. And I was like, I'm like,
what was that?
I'm like trying to stand, and then everyone goes to a bar, and I'm like sleepwalking.
I
I was
know.
like,
for me,
but it was good. I forced myself.
you
Like,
did really good. No, give you a lot of credit.
It was fun.
You
It was
You did really
fun.
good because you peaked drunk
2
wise
hours before.
way faster than anybody. Obviously, not a surprise. But
You kept with it.
the fact
Yeah.
that you prolonged it until fucking like 1:30
Crazy,
is
dude.
fucking insane. So, I was good because I knew I was gonna be tired.
Yeah.
I really paced myself. I've been drinking a
Yeah.
lot the last month, so my tolerance
Yeah.
it takes me
Better.
a while. So I had like
Yeah.
7 whiskeys, and then I was starting to feel buzz.
Yeah.
And then
I had a moderate buzz, and that was about it.
I was
Crazy.
starting to I started feeling it when we were at the potato drop. I'm like, all right, I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then I'm like, I'm good. I'm ready at that
It's
point.
amazing how it just
Midnight.
percolates.
And
Price
then
gets strong.
we
So
go,
I was ready. I was like, let's go to the bar.
yeah, and we
Yeah.
go to a bar. We luckily instantly find a table by the bar,
No shit.
big enough for everybody.
That
That
bar was pretty sweet.
fucking huge luck.
I was like really suspect about that bar, while it was also really cool. It was like an old timey kind of bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a dope bar, and like when you're there, like they have mini bowling that you can
Yeah,
do.
that's where the stage was.
Yeah.
Did you see the stage?
Yeah.
What the fuck was going on there? There was like a drummer, and then 2
don't know
girls
what was
dancing on the
happening.
Yeah,
pole.
two
It was like-
drummers, a DJ. It was they were doing like 1970 theme. I
It
don't know.
was. It was like an
really
old-
cool. I
It
know
was really
the
cool.
theme was hella
I
sick.
think if
but I was
we
like, what's going
if we
on? Is this a
perused that
swingers
bar's
party?
if we perused the bar's Instagram, we probably would have understood it better.
Well, the
we
dancers
didn't.
just trip me out.
Those
Yeah.
dancers,
What am I at the club?
were they
I don't
trying to
know.
be strippers?
Well, no. Have you
Were
ever
they
gone
not?
to a rave? That's just standard.
Oh, it's just
Haven't,
was that like
but
rave chick?
Every
it-
single rave, like if you go to some rave or something like that, where it's like fucking.
I will say,
I was
It
about to
fit-
say Avicii, but he's dead.
Jesus Christ.
Sucks for him.
I will say,
Alice in
fits-
Wonderland, like
Like-
something
yeah.
like that. Some random EDM artist or something like that. Literally, it's like DJ in the center, and then stripper dancer bitches on the side.
but
Every
it
single
wasn't,
time,
but it
guaranteed.
wasn't rave.
Yeah, I know. So that
But-
it was kind of weird, but it
Well,
wasn't
it
too
was
weird.
just so like, it felt weird, but I will say it did kind of help with the 19 like
Yeah,
it
like
was like
70
1940s. It was like 1950s.
I don't think it
Yeah.
was that old. I think it
No.
was like
What?
70s.
70s. It
I
was
think
definitely
it was like
70s.
70s.
Dude,
I was
they
thinking
were,
maybe the 20s.
dude,
They didn't have
no,
a dance
the
floor
dudes
that
were,
lit up in the
dude,
fucking
yeah,
40s.
lit up. The dudes were wearing fucking those sparkly fucking puffy, the loose sparkly shirts and all that. Like
It's
it
like
literally looked
70s,
like
80s.
Austin Powers. Like they
All right, maybe the 60s.
no
No,
70s,
70s, 80s.
70s, like
Maybe late 70s.
late 60s, 70s.
Maybe early
Yeah.
50s.
You know what?
Not the 50s.
Is this Deal or No Deal? What is this?
Like this is like Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds era,
Yeah. Okay.
not Hold Your Hand era.
Anyways, long time ago era. That's all that matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Really cool.
70, late 60s, 70s.
It
and
felt
No, you
that
tripping?
made it was like
tripping?
Austin Powers. Like the girls
Okay,
dancing
alright,
were
alright,
like
that's fair.
go-go dancers.
That's
Boy
fair.
grab in the air. What you doing?
There's
Okay,
a fuzz
anyway.
in my fucking face.
You're like
Ah!
beep boop beep boop. An airbender. Yeah.
Jesus
Um.
Anyways,
So
probably wrapping it up.
it did.
Shut up.
Yes.
Just kidding.
Shut the
This
fuck
dude,
up.
he can't. He hits an hour 15.
I've had a
without
code
fucking
brown
loses
for
his
about
mind.
half hour
This
right
is
now.
why I went
This is-
before, bro.
Well, dude, I don't choose.
I choose.
Shut up.
You
Okay,
don't have a
let's
schedule?
continue.
Continue. Go ahead.
I
before
fucking I speed
you're
up. my
dragging it
schedule.
out. This
All right.
couch is gonna turn into my area.
Well,
Okay,
because
shut
that'll-
up. You're making it go longer, jackass.
Go ahead. Go.
But the dancers, it made it the theme feel
Mhm.
a lot more like organic. It felt like I was fucking in the 1960s,
It-
70s.
It
you know? It's
did.
like-
It
Yeah.
was really
It
cool.
was
like,
really
what the
good.
fuck? But that's where I was like, this is weird because this is
Mm-hmm.
2023. Why the fuck are there
doing
fucking
this?
assless chapped girls just dancing on the fucking bar like it's the fucking
Yeah,
60s? But like, I mean, I guess it
Yeah,
makes
so-
sense because the thing.
Yeah, like I said,
real,
like
so
if
what the
we
fuck?
followed the bar's Instagram, I'm sure like they put out posts like 1970s theme for New Year's Eve. Fucking
the
show
whole-
up.
yeah,
just
but
the-
right.
entertainment was interesting.
Yeah,
It's
it
like-
was.
It was
It's
like,
wild.
why is there just a drummer and then there's music coming from out
Yeah.
somebody's ass? I don't know what's going
I'm
on.
just
Yeah.
happy with my shot choice.
We were just playing fucking. We were
Skee ball.
playing skee ball on the
And
side.
everyone's dancing.
Everybody's like, they're fucked up.
Yeah. We were screaming too. We'd make
Yeah.
we were
'Cause
screaming.
I think Dilly hit a 10K or
Hit a
some
10K
shit.
and I was like, oh!
It was the
Yeah.
last ball. I'm like, you gotta win. Hit the 10K. And
Yeah.
he did it, and I lost my
Yeah,
mind.
that's right.
Looked
Yeah,
like
it-
hooligans.
But it was super fun.
It was a really good time.
I think I was pretty happy with my shot choice. I saw everyone getting groggy, and we instantly were getting shots, and I was like, I'm getting around for everybody. New Year's shot starting off good. Happy New Year's, and I just got Vegas bombs for everybody. I was
Right.
like, we need wake up juice
old
Yeah,
right now.
It worked because
Yeah.
you guys left after that bar. Most people, like 90% of the crew. It was just
Yeah.
Maren, Dilly, and I after that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
After that bar. We went to another bar. I still can't fucking believe we did that shit. And then the Ubers were like 30 minutes and $60 a pop. So it was like, oh fuck.
It's crazy.
So
I'd rather get a DUI,
we
honestly.
almost walked.
Okay, whoa, whoa,
It's
whoa,
like-
whoa, 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 whoa,
Well, they're like,
whoa.
let's raise the rates. I think I'll fuck around and drive. It's
No,
like that's why you
no,
don't do that,
no.
Uber. You're gonna get people in trouble.
He's
So
joking. He's joking.
I'm
He would
joking.
never do that.
I
But
wouldn't do a DUI.
we did almost walk half the fucking
We
way
would
just
not
to get a
drive
cheaper
drunk.
Uber. So
Don't drive drunk.
I would have done that. Like literally walk past campus to the
Yeah.
Albertsons and then get an Uber there.
At least cut it in half.
thing
That
it was
would be
like
good.
fucking freezing, and
I
we only
was-
thought we were gonna be there for the potato drop, so
I
we didn't
felt-
really
True.
dress appropriately.
I felt
so.
nauseous for at least 2
And
hours.
yeah, we were fucking.
I
dead.
was like,
We were
I
dead.
need to be just. I need
Don't
to
do this
stop.
too, but we fucking stole a drink from the last bar and we were drinking it on the sidewalk, and we fucking
Well, there was-
spilled it everywhere.
There wasn't a bouncer or anybody to tell
yeah,
us
that was
not
weird.
to, so
we just
were
walked
like,
in there, grabbed a couple drinks, and left. It was
like
what the
see ya. And I didn't even think of it until we're sitting on the bench, and I was like,
fuck? This is illegal.
I'm like, he's
Um,
drinking.
Yeah.
I'm like-
So, good time. Good way to start the year. that's
Yeah.
for sure. So
Mm-hmm.
it was really fun. We'll see what happens with the national championship next week. Actually, will be the day before the national championship, which will be a little late when we talk about it a week
Yeah.
following. But we do have a special guest next week. We'll have somebody sitting in that chair, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
So crazy.
So we're super pumped about it.
Yeah, you guys
he's
will
a
see.
long-time listener to the pod, long-time friends of ours. Lives in Florida, so he's making a big, big, big trip. Lots of money, lots of travel, lots of time.
Yep.
He's really coming out for us, which is exciting.
Oh, dude, it's
We,
gonna be
we,
so
we,
fun.
We love him. We love him. So, yep, he'll be in next episode, episode 67. So we're really excited. I want to get more guests, not like all the time, but we should.
More
we
often.
should actually
Yeah.
try to plan that out. You know what
Yeah.
But we just need to plan out the pods in general. So
Yeah,
Um,
pretty cool.
you should work on that. So,
Yeah, I could work on the
Definitely.
guest thing.
well, it's
Be
better
more
than
fun.
nothing.
All right.
But,
Anyway,
Anyways, yeah,
but writing shit down because your topic was probably the best one, and
forgot to write
you
down.
fucking
yeah.
We should have started with it.
So
I had to bring up your
Right now.
fucking Apple Watch to get it out of you.
Yeah,
you
seriously.
Fucking asshole.
Thank God for the watch.
That's all right.
So
That's
The
all right.
watch. All right. Well, we'll
That
see you
saved your
next
life.
week.
The watch that saved your life.
Yep.
we'll see you guys next week. Thanks
Outro.
for listening.
Dilly's bitch. Dilly's bitch.
Dilly's bitch.
Wow.
Shit your pants, bitch.